But I think we are there. Yep, we're live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us for a 3-player playthrough and review of Voynich puzzle. Tonight, I'm joined by Mark and Kath. You two sort of half know how to play the game because I've just spent half an hour teaching them. If you're watching this video live, thank you very much for joining us live. Keep us company in the chat. Send us some messages. Let me know how you are, what the weather's like near you. If you're watching this video back afterwards and you just want to hear what we think about it, there will be a timestamp in the video. Skip forward about an hour and a half and we will be doing a round the table discussion about our thoughts on the game. And because this is not a sponsored video, we can be completely honest about the game. Full disclosure, I have a good relationship with the designer, Danny Garcia, who hopefully is going to be joining us in the chat tonight as well, and keeping an eye on us and making sure we don't get anything wrong. Hopefully we won't. But if you do know the game and you are watching us live and you do see that we make a mistake, please point it out in the chat and we'll fix it. We'll try and get the rules as right as possible. But as I say, this is not a sponsored playthrough video. Today is one of my days off work, which I could have done without, to be honest, because I'm behind schedule. But yeah, spent the day learning how to play the game and going to be spending the evening doing a playthrough. So thank you very much to all of my patron supporters for funding the channel. And it's only thanks to their support that I'm able to keep taking these days off work in order to do this stuff. So yeah, if you like the content that I create and you want to support me directly, patreon.com/gaming rules is the best place to do so. So the Voynich manuscript is something that I had never heard of until this game. And I have done a bit of reading about it. I don't know if you two know much about it, but it was discovered in 1912 by a guy called Wilfred. My dad's called Wilfred. He's called Wilfred Voynich. He was a bookseller. And he discovered it in an old villa near Rome. And it's been carbon dated, I believe, to the 15th century. But it is this weird manuscript that looks, I think, a little bit like this, that nobody actually understands. And it's written in some weird language that has never been translated. So whether it's a complete joke, it might have been some insane person that just went, I'm going to do this. And in hundreds of years' time,
people are going to pour over this and wonder
it's what's going to happen. In 300 years' time, somebody's going to find the rule book to Mage Knight and go, what's this? This is a mystery. We don't know what this is. But yeah, nobody has actually worked out whether this is some kind of language or anything. But we are all trying to decipher it and we're all trying to translate it. Now, the way that that is represented in this game is with victory points or OK. It's called, what is it? Original knowledge? No.
Objective knowledge?
Overall knowledge. That's it. Overall knowledge. So we each have an overall knowledge marker, which starts at 0. We know nothing. We're going to be moving our overall knowledge markers up during the game. And when somebody hits 52, that marks the end of the game. We've randomly chosen Kath to be the start player. So the way that it works is that as soon as somebody hits 52, we finish that round and then we play one more round. Now, there's a few things that if you know the game, you may be thinking, what's this? This is a score track that somebody on Board Game Geek has designed. And I'm going to say who it is. The user is Pussy. Thank you very much for doing this, because this does not come with the game. This is not included in the game, but we're using it because I think that the game would be very borderline unplayable with the actual system that you're supposed to use. Essentially, each player has 5 scoring markers, 1 representing their overall knowledge, and the other 4 representing their knowledge in the 4 fields of botany, astrology, writing, and maths. And the way that the game is supposed to work is that all of these markers go on this one track here, which means there just isn't space for them. They all get clumped together. And you'll notice all of my scoring markers look very, very similar. There is an icon on them, but people have reported that it's very difficult to remember which one is which. Now, I've spoken to the publisher about this, and they are releasing, when they do a reprint of the game, they are doing different tokens for the players so that it's more easy to tell them apart. But even with that, they're still all going to be on the same track. So this does not come with the game. I've printed this off myself, just so you know. Also, just so you know, the game comes with books, these little plastic booklets. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put your 8 starting cards, 10 starting cards, 2 of which are from botany, 2 are from astrology, 2 are from the writing, 2 are from the baths, and 2 of them are for the recipes. And you're supposed to put them in your little book. And you two are playing with the books today. I have played a game using the book, but some people have suggested that it might be easier if you just lay all of the cards out in a row, which does take up a bit more space. But what you do is you organise them into pairs. Because what would happen is if I was playing with the book, on the first page of the book, it would be these 2. And then on the next one would be these 2. And then on the next one would be these 2. Now, I've also spoken to the designer, Danny Garcia, and Danny said, look, the whole thing is about a book. So he wanted these in there, and I absolutely get that, which is why I'm getting you two to use it. And I have played the game with the book, and it's fine, but I'm also just experimenting tonight, not using the book, and seeing how easy that is. So yeah, they're the things that we're doing slightly differently. Okay, let's give you an overview of what the game is about. You're trying to get as many points as you can get. And the general way that you're going to earn points during the game is by removing your research tokens from this puzzle. So this is a literal jigsaw puzzle that we are going to be building up over the course of the game. We're going to be making it bigger by adding these tiles to it. And you're going to be removing your research tokens from this area of the board. And whenever you do, you're going to get points. You're going to get overall knowledge depending on the column and the row where you remove your token from. So if you see what's printed here and what's printed here, essentially the further it is away from the center, the more points you're going to get. So for example, you can't have a piece on an empty space. So just for the purposes of this example, just pretend that there are puzzle pieces going all the way to here. If I had a piece there and I removed that, I would actually get 7 points. 7 points just for removing that piece. How do you remove these pieces? Well, you remove them when you need to upgrade your cards. In the game, it's called progressing your cards. And I'm just going to show you my cards, or 2 of them at least. So I'm going to show you these 2 cards. So these are my 2 cards relating to the baths area of the board. And every card that you get is randomly chosen from a set of, I think there's 8. Yeah, there's 8 different cards. Enough for a 4-player game.
10, those 2 left.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's 4 players.
4 players.
Yes.
So the cards all start off on this side, and you can see this side because the drawing is just like a sketch outline. That's how you know what side it starts on. And it tells you what the action is of that card at the top, and it tells you what you need to do to upgrade the card or progress the card. And whenever you progress the card, the first time you progress it, you turn it around like that. The second time you progress it, you flip it over, and the third time you progress it, you do it like that. Once you've reached there, that card can be progressed no more, and you can see that the picture has been finalized. Now, the actions get better the more and more you progress the card, and they are also worth end of game scoring as well. At the very start of the game, none of your cards have any points on them in the top right. So at the start of the game, you have 0 end of game scoring. But as you progress these cards upwards, that is going to increase the amount of points you're going to get at the end of the game. But I talked about what you need to do to progress them. And there's all sorts of different icons in the game. Now, these are explained in the rulebook, but there is also a player aid on BGG. Again, there is no player aid included in the game, but I would recommend getting that player aid because it actually shows you what's in the rulebook. It is in the rulebook, but it's kind of at the back of the rulebook. I'm just going to find it here. There you go. So the back of the rulebook has a list of what all of these things actually mean. It's all out of focus, but you get the idea. So this one, for example, means that I need to remove one of my research tokens from an edge piece in the puzzle. So I can't do that at the start of the game, but removing a research token from an edge piece is going to get me points. This one, I need to remove 1 research token from a group of 2 green. So if we go back to the puzzle and just show you here, if I, for example, had an extra piece on here like this, there you go. That is now a group of 2 green, which means I could remove my research token from here, and that has met the progress requirements of this, and I can upgrade it. So that's a very high level overview of the game. You get points during the game by removing your research tokens from here, and the reason why you want to do that is to progress your cards. End of game scoring, we'll talk about that now as well, because end of game scoring this afternoon was, I think, worth about 50% of our score. I think at the end of the game this afternoon, we were about here. And at the end of the game, I was up here. So I think, from my limited experience of the game, End of game scoring was about 50% of my score, if not more, actually. Yeah, because the game ended. No, it was about 50% of my score. So the end of the game is actually quite interesting with this game, because what you've essentially got is you've got 5 mini games going on that are all interconnected. And your score at the end of the game depends on how many of your cards you've progressed and how much you have progressed them, multiplied by how high your marker is on the track that isn't the one corresponding to the area where the card's from, but it's a different one. So, for example, this area here, this is the writing area, which is you do actions in this area based on these cards. But if you upgrade these cards, as it will show you on the card, it's going to get you points at the end of the game based on how far you are up the botany track. So this is what you need to be aware of in the game. If I play the game and I end up moving my marker really high up on the botany track, then I'm going to get points based on how far I have advanced my writing cards, which might sound confusing, but once you get that, it's actually quite easy, because you just go botany track, that's the writing area, that's what I want to do. If, for example, I advance all of my writing cards so that they are super progressed as much as possible, but this marker is here, then I'm not going to get many points at the end of the game.
No.
And, well, none in fact. Conversely, if I get my botany marker all the way up to here, but I don't upgrade my red cards at all, nil point. So you've got to combine things together. And this is where the theme comes in, because the Voynich manuscript is so convoluted and so interconnected. Danny has woven that idea of this manuscript into the game, where the different areas are very much interconnected with what you have to do. Right, that's the high level overview of the game. To explain how the game works, Kath's going to take the first turn in the game, and the first thing that you do on your turn is you choose one of the double pages of your book. It cannot be the one that you chose last turn. So on the first turn of the game, you can choose any of the double pages. What I'm going to do is I'm going to choose which one, and I'm going to mark it with this to remind myself that I can't do that next turn. Once you've chosen a double page, you've then got 4 steps on your turn that you do. Step 1 is you can progress either or both of the cards that you are looking at right now by looking at the requirement, spending the research token, getting the points, and then rotating the card. You can do that before you do the actions. And you can actually do that as many times as you want. So if you progress a card and then you meet the requirements for progressing that card again, you can progress as much as you want, but only the 2 cards that are facing you. Step 2 of your turn is you then perform the actions printed at the top of one of the 2 cards. Not both of them, but only one of them. It doesn't have to be the one that you progress, although generally when you progress a card, the action becomes better. So you generally do want to do that. But you get to do the actions printed at the top of the card. Now, those actions are going to do things on the board. They might allow you to do other actions. But quite a lot of the time, those actions are going to move you up these knowledge tracks. And whenever you move up these knowledge tracks, if you move onto a space either 2, 9, 18, 29 or 42, you get the corresponding piece. So these pieces here are corresponding to this. So if you move up the botany track, you get one of these tokens. If you hit a particular threshold, if you move up the astrology track, you get a yellow one. The writing track is the red one and the bath track is the blue one. So after you've done all of your actions, you might end up with 1, 2 or 3 of these tokens. Who knows, depending on how many things you do. In step 3 of your turn, you must cash in any of these tokens to put pieces into the puzzle. We'll explain that more when we do it, but that's step 3 of your turn. And step 4 of your turn is you get another opportunity to progress your cards. So if the situation has now changed and you now can progress your cards even more, you can progress them, and that's it. That's your turn over. Right. Hopefully, that's everything. That's an overview. We've not explained all of the rules of the game, and I will not be covering every rule in a huge amount of detail. Again, this is not a sponsored tutorial video. This is just the 3 of us showing you how the game plays. So I'll explain each of the actions, but I'm not going to go into the same level of detail as I would if it was a sponsored video. So Kath, it's your turn. Have you chosen which pages of the book? So which pages of the book are you opening on? You're going to go and have a bath.
Yeah.
Okay. Good idea.
Right. You need something to relax with
Stick the
whilst
hot
you're
water on.
reading the book. very stressful trying to translate.
So, are you able to progress either of those cards right now?
No.
No.
No one's placed anything.
So,
down.
which action would you like to do?
I'm going to put a water droplet in the
Okay,
bath.
so Kath's action is to add a water droplet to the baths here. So when you do that, you actually add the water droplet in from either there or there, and both of the spaces are the same. It's going to get you 2 knowledge on this track, but which one do you want to go on?
I'll go on this one.
Okay, 2 knowledge, which gets you a blue puzzle piece. And that is your turn. That is your actions done. The actions start off quite easy.
So I can't upgrade any of the cards again.
Well, step 3 of your turn is you have to
yeah.
cash that in
Right.
for
Blue.
one of these.
Is it L or O? I'm going to go for L. No, I'm going to go for O, sorry.
O.
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 Yeah, I mean, there's no L in Voynich.
No. Voynich. So that's the Russian version.
Voynich.
Okay, now whenever you place one or more puzzle pieces into the puzzle, you may then move any one of your research tokens onto one of the pieces that you've just placed. And remember, the further you are away from the center when you remove that token, the more points you're going to get. Do you want to do that?
Yep, I want to move this piece.
That one.
That one.
Okay, so that one moves onto there. There we go. Right, and then step 4 of your turn. Have you now met the requirements to do any progressing of cards?
No.
And do you want to?
No.
No. And that's it. That's Kath's first turn. As they turns start off fairly short, but as you start progressing your cards and upgrading them, they get better. The actions get a little bit more complicated. Right, 'tis me. So I think I'm going to do something. Well, have I got anything where I can do any progression at the start? I do. I actually, because you've put that there is now a group of 2 blue. So I can now progress this card. So I'll tell you what I'm going to. So I'm going to choose botany. And step 1 of my turn is I am going to remove one of my research tokens from a group of 2 or more blue. So there's a group of 2 or more blue. So I'm removing that token. Now I don't get any points for that because it's in the middle, but it means I get to progress that card. And that card, I am now going to use that card because it's got 2 actions on it. The first action gives me 3 knowledge in botany.
Which gets you a green.
Gets me a green token, thank you. And I'm going to keep it in my hand so I don't forget it. And the second one is I get to grow something in the tree. Now, if you're wondering what the yellow tokens are, that's because we're playing a 3-player game. And in a 3-player game, you actually draw some setup cards because there is a dummy player that's done something in these 2 areas. So whenever you get to grow something, you can move one of your tokens up here. Now, if it's a water token, if you had any water tokens here, they could move up. I don't, I just have a leaf token. So the way that this works is that you basically, well, I've got 3 options here. I can go along this branch or I could go along this branch. And whenever you go along a branch, you can go to any of the spaces on the branch, or I could progress up the main branch. Now, each space can only have 1 leaf token on it. So if that yellow token was there, for example, I would actually skip over it and go there. But it's not. But if I go here, then it means the next person could actually end up there. So I don't know whether I want to do that.
You don't want to play a co-op game.
No.
This thing's so hard to translate. You can't do it on your own.
Yeah. My other option is that I go to one of these or one of these, but actually I don't want either of them. So I am going to go there. That gets me another 4 points of botany knowledge, which moves me up to there. Right, that's my actions done. So at the end of my turn, I place this, which is a green piece. So what do we want? Well, let's have a look at... Oh, aha. Right. Yes. So that might actually help somebody else, but that's fine. That's fine. We're going to go O. Green O. It's going to go there, and I'm going to move that token onto it. And then step 4 of my turn, can I upgrade either of these cards? No, I can't. You'll go.
Okay. You've slightly tempted me to change action, but I'm going to stick with my original plan.
Paul is fine. The other 2 are quiet. I'll tell you why. I know why Kath's quiet, because the microphone is facing me. So I can sort that out. Mark is just generally quieter.
I'll have to talk louder.
Talk louder.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that. Yes, the microphone was facing me and not Kath. But hopefully that's sorted now. I'll check the levels as well.
All right, so I'm going to stick with my original plan. So we'll do this action, which allows me to place one of my tokens
Yeah, let me know if that's better.
into here. I'm choosing this action. So let's pop it here.
So the writing...
First of all, I should check. Can I? No, I can't.
You can't do any upgrades.
Do any
Right.
upgrades.
So the writing action is, well, you're choosing the action which allows you to add some text to here.
Exactly.
So you've got 6 rows. You can choose any of the rows, but you must place the text on the leftmost space in one of the rows.
Yep. So I'm going to place it here.
And then you get to do the action printed on the text
Yep.
and what's also printed to the left.
Yes.
So you get to move, you gain 4 points of writing knowledge, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, getting you a red puzzle piece.
Yep.
And you've got 2 movement points. So whenever you gain movement points, you basically spend those movement points to move your research tokens around the grid, and that has all of the directions on. Sometimes it's only in one particular direction, and you can split them between your pieces however you want, but you're only moving orthogonally.
Yeah. So what I think I'm going to do is move this yellow piece. So 1, 2.
2, yeah. And yeah, you can't move onto these empty spaces.
Believe me, I'd like to.
It's the void.
Yes. It's not the Voynich puzzle.
Okay.
Okay, so
That's
the
the
action
action done.
piece. Then I get
Done
to
that.
trigger that. Oh, yeah. That's what gave me the puzzle piece, didn't it?
Yes. And then if
Okay.
your actions are done, you get to place that. What letter would you like?
I think I'm going.
Would you like a P, please, Bob?
No, I think I'm going to go for
There's
an.
no P.
I'm going to go for an L.
An L.
Yeah.
Give me an L. Where's it going?
It's going to go here.
Okay. And are you putting a piece on it? Putting a research token on it?
I will be moving a piece. I think we'll move this one. Is that what I want to do? Yes. I want to move this one up here.
Okay. Any upgrades now?
No.
Okay. Your go is done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
So you can't do the thing that you did last time.
No. So I'm going to go to the botany one now. And I can upgrade.
Yes.
I've got-
And I think we're going to have our first points
Yep.
Ooh.
because you need to have a research token on a group of 2 blue,
2 blue.
which you have.
Yep.
So if you remove this one, it's actually worth 2 points.
2 points.
All right, so Kath's winning.
Yeah.
There you go. So one of the key rules in this game that I'll just mention while Kath's rotating a card is you have limited pieces. Whenever you place a piece on the board, it can either come from your supply or it can come from a different section of the board. It cannot come from the same section that it was already in. Now, there's one section that we're not going to cover for a while, which is the recipe section, which is the purple section, which doesn't have an associated track. The purple section is extremely powerful, but whenever you place a piece in the purple section, it must come from one of the other sections. It cannot come from your supply. So you have to have a piece already on the board, and then you do the recipe action, you move it into there, but the benefits you get are more powerful. But again, no track associated with it.
So I'm going to do the action on my upgraded card.
Okay, so you've got 2 actions there,
So one is put a leaf on
which
the
is
grey
always
section.
here. So whenever you add a leaf into here, it always goes into this section here, which can have any number of leaves.
So I put a leaf.
Okay,
Oh,
and then you get to grow.
that one.
Yep, so
So
you
I
can either go
remove-
anywhere along that branch,
Mhm.
anywhere on that branch, or because I'm here, you can go anywhere on that branch, anywhere on that branch, or because that's there, you could go anywhere on that branch or anywhere on that branch, or you could go to there.
Too many choices.
I mean, you've only got 20 options. It's not, it's, you know,
It's like
Just
it's like a
thinking.
third of Feast Frodo. Right?
yeah.
Let's put a star. So move.
So where are
This
you
one,
going?
a
So you're
star on
going
the
up that
yellow.
branch. So what you're doing is you're adding a star to here. But just so you know, that is now stuck. So what I mean is
Okay.
you can't move that further along this branch with any other movement.
But I can move it to a different.
You can move it to a different one,
Yep.
and you can progress up here with different pieces. But once a leaf has moved along a branch, that piece cannot be moved anymore within this section with that action.
So the only way that moves if it's getting moved
Is
to
if
a
it's getting
different
moved to a
section.
different section, and then it could be moved back. Okay, so the action there is placing a star within the astrology section. So we've not seen this section yet.
Yep.
It's divided into 5 sections. We have the goat, which is randomly pointing at one of the random ones at the start of the game. And whenever you place a star, it can go in one of the spaces of the inner circle, as long as there isn't already a star there. Or if there is a star in the inner section, it can go in one of the outer sections. Now, the benefit of placing a star token is printed on the space itself. And if you place a star token in a sector or a space that already has some text there, then you have completed that space. And when you complete the space, all of the players involved get the knowledge, the astrology knowledge associated with that section. So your choices are, you can either go to one of the 3 inner circles, or because there's one there, you could go there, or because there's one there, you could go there or there.
I'm going to put it on the water droplet one here.
Yep, which allows you to add a water droplet to here. And this is where some combos can happen, is because Kath, this is the action that Kath did, but that leaf allowed her to do some astrology, and then the astrology allows you to add water to here.
So
And I guess you're coming in here.
Yes. And I get 3 of these.
And because that area is completed, you get 3 astrology knowledge,
So
which is 1, 2, 3, which gets you an astrology piece.
yellow. And then I'm going to put this in here.
So that moves to there. So whenever so in the botany section, you skip over other pieces. In the bath section, you push along other pieces. And every time you push along a piece, the owner of that piece gets the knowledge. So you actually get 4 knowledge for that. There you go. Nice.
So
End of your turn.
one yellow piece.
Yep. Watch letter.
Right.
I'm looking at the chat to make sure we're playing correctly, and nobody has spotted that we've made any rules mistakes yet. So hopefully we're getting it correct. Danny, if you are here, please let us know. You might be busy. You might be putting the kids to bed.
I am going to go for a yellow L.
L, popular letter. 5th time it's come out this week.
Put that, and I'm going to move that one to that.
Okay. Any upgrades?
No, because it's 2 blues or 2 in the outer circle, which are not possible yet.
So just a quick note about the upgrades. If Kath had a card where she needed to have 2 pieces on, or say me, if I had a card which meant that I needed to remove 2 tokens, each of which was on a group of 2 or more green, you might think I could do that, but I can't, because anytime you see multiple requirements of the same thing, they have to be on different groups. So although I do have 2 pieces, both on a green group of size 2 or higher, it would need to be 2 different groups. So they get harder and harder to progress the cards. Right, my go?
Yep.
So I can't do that. Don't think what was it I did? I did that, which was this, which would be to upgrade that. Do I want to do that? No, because that turns a water into a leaf in here, and I don't have any water in here, so I kind of don't want to do that just yet. Might hang fire on that. These are all edge pieces. That's a group of 3. Okay, I don't know what I want to do. So I've already started moving up this track. If I decide that I'm going to do more botany, what gives me points for the botany track? That's this. So I want to be upgrading my red cards, which means I need edge pieces. Right, how do I get edge pieces? Can I get an edge piece this turn? Only if I place 2 things.
Yeah.
If I place 2 things, I can. How do I place 2 things this turn? By getting red knowledge and astrology knowledge. How can I do that this turn? Think I can? Or can I? So I can get astrology knowledge by finishing off a section.
Was there a bonus here for...
Kath got
I got
3.
it.
You did,
Yeah,
get
I got it,
bonus,
yeah.
did you? Okay.
Oh, I don't think I need to write something in here, and I don't have an action that allows me to write something in here. Quizzes. I do.
Could you clean to get one? No, because that wouldn't get you the other track you need, would it?
Clean? Oh yeah. No. Well,
That,
no, as long as I'm placing 2 pieces, that's fine. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's good. We like that. Because that's clean. Or, yeah, okay. Right, I'm going to clean some water. So you'll have noticed these water. This is dirty water. There's 8 dirty water tokens in the game. 1 of them at random starts there, and the other 7 go here. With the clean water action, I choose one of these that are in this pool here, and I move it to the end, but I get to do the action on it.
Do you
And
want
this,
to grade your card first?
no, I don't,
Okay.
because of reasons.
It's to do with not wanting to get rid of the token, isn't it?
It's fine. I've got other things for that later on. Yeah, so I'm going to do this one, I think.
That would let you write in there.
That would let me write in there. Yeah, this is it going to work? No, because that writes in there, but writing in there is only going to get me... Oh, no, it's not. I need to move... Oh,
Because it would only move you one, is that right? So
it would
you
only
need
move me
two.
one. I'd need two. I need to put a star on there. But then that only gets me that. Okay, I don't think I can do two.
Might have to be patient for next turn then.
I'll be patient.
I
I mean, I could...
think you might have chosen the wrong job to translate this somewhat complex thing.
I could do this.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I don't know if it's a bit too early to be doing that, but I potentially could, and I could move that leaf from there into here and get all sorts of fancy bonuses. I still don't think it's going to move me up 2 tracks. No. Okay.
Would that get you something like 3?
It would get me 3
movements?
in, which is a bonkers
But
amount
that's
of these.
just one track.
But
for
it's just
that,
one
so,
track.
Yeah, that still
I
doesn't
can't
help.
see
Yeah.
how I'm going to be able to move up. I need to do botany again because botany is I mean, if I could put a star there, but I want to be doing okay, I tell you what, I'm going to stick with my idea. I'm going to do this, and I can either write a piece of text into here, or I can put a star into here, or I can translate one of my pieces of text that's in here. I don't have any text that's in here, so forget that. So I'm going to choose to add some text, and it's going to be, this is really weak.
Well, like you were saying, it starts off that way.
It starts
doesn't
off that way. I'm actually going to put it... Just looking at what I need. Right, I'm going to put it there. Okay, so that gets me that and that, which is 3 writing knowledge, which gets me that. Thank you. And it gets me to place a piece somewhere in the middle, and I'm going to put it...
I thought you were going to just drop it.
I might just drop it. I'm going to put it there. Okay. Ooh. And that's my actions done. And now I'm going to place this, which is going to be H, which is going to go in
Yeah.
there. And then I'm going to move that onto it. There you go. Done. Sorry, it took a while.
They can be quite complicated sometimes. Ooh.
And yes, the red ribbons, I was looking around before we started of what we could use as a bookmark. We do have some bookmarks if we need them. But if you guys are okay just remembering what action you did before. You also notice that Mark's got these little cards here. So the game actually does come with these. These are small help cards. I didn't personally find them much use myself. But these mean they're smaller versions of the ones you've got in your book, but not completely. They don't have all of the information on. But the reason Mark's got them out like this is so that he can see what his upgrade costs are without having to flip through his book. Alternatively, if you've got a bookmark, then you can flip through your book and not have to remember what page you were on.
I'm wondering if this has now changed my mind on what I want to do. You've offered me the option now of upgrading where I've got 3.
That's the thing. I've actually presented Mark with a choice that he could now upgrade one of his cards because he needs to have a piece on a group of 3 red, and that he's got pieces on groups of 3
You've
red.
scribbled some notes in the margin. I've gone,
I did.
That's brilliant.
I
That's the thing.
And in
I'm
fact,
missing.
there's a lot of extra text in the rule book about the way that this works, and this is all, it fits with the theme of the game because we are all sort of working together to decipher this thing, even though it's a competitive game. And because I've done something, that's actually helped you. That's
Yeah.
actually built into the game idea.
Okay, so I think I will take this opportunity. So I'm going to turn to this page. I will choose.
And you are going to remove one of these pieces. So I guess this one.
Yeah, I'm going to remove
it's
the one
worth
that gets
2
me
points.
points. Yeah.
2 points.
So I will
Please go.
now upgrade this card,
Yep.
which basically just means I move up 2 on the botany track now. Oh no, that's not moving up the track, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It's not
is,
moving
yeah.
up the track. It's moving up the tree.
Ah, so that actually upgrading that doesn't help that much because I've only got 1 piece. Is that
You
right?
move it twice.
Oh, okay. But once it's moved into a slot
Into
on the
a
side,
branch,
it stops.
it stuck.
So basically, I'd
You
need to
can go
move
to
on
there.
to there. Yeah,
So that's
that
4
gets me
botany
4
knowledge.
back.
Gets you a botany piece.
Yep.
And then you can move again.
Then I can move it again. Ooh.
Would you like 5 botany knowledge?
I'm not sure. I was wondering. I think I want to move on to one of these and get some more pieces out.
That's 2 pieces into the centre.
Oh yeah, it goes into the centre, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So I think I want 1 here, and well, yeah, because I don't have them there, so that gives me the most flexibility.
Okay.
Right. So that is
Action's done. Don't forget to slot the card. But now you get to place a
Now
green
it's
puzzle piece.
just placing the green puzzle piece.
So, what's going to be good for you?
That's a very difficult question. Green is a colour I'm less interested in based on my book, but it could help in other ways. So I think I'm gonna. Can I have an O, please?
No.
Is that because there aren't?
That's 'cause there aren't
It's
any.
not just you saying no.
It's just like saying no to you. You cannot have a
that is-
green O.
That's a reasonable.
The green O has already
response.
gone.
How about a green L?
We have green L's coming out of our ears. Well, we have one of them.
I was just gonna say.
Where's it going?
It's a very big piece coming out of here. I think we'll pop it here. So then I can move. Actually, no, I'm just thinking about this. No. Okay, let's stick it. Let's keep it there.
You're going to move a piece onto it?
Yes. I will move this piece onto it.
Okay. And any other upgrades?
Nope, this requires a massive 4.
Okay. Wow. Kath.
Right. So I'm going to do the astrology action.
Astrology.
And I
Okay.
believe I can upgrade both of my cards.
Okay.
So I've got 2 next to red, which is that one, which is 0 points.
So that's on a group of 2 or more.
2 more, yeah. And then I've got...
That was there, wasn't it?
Yep. And then I've got next to a group of 2 green.
Next to a group of 2 green.
Which is
So
this
not
one. So that's 2
Yeah.
points.
2 points. But you're upgrading both of those cards.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is nice.
Yep, I mentioned at the start of the video that this is a file that's on BGG, not included in the game, but it is extremely useful and I don't think I'd want to play without it.
Right, so now I believe that gives me two astrology points on there.
It's 2 astrology, which is that.
And then I'm going to put
I'm
star.
going to put star on. Okay, where's it going to go?
I was going to put it here.
You can go there.
Now, so this green one, can it move there
Yes.
and then go there?
If you've got 2 moves,
Yes, it says 2, right?
so
Yep.
it goes to there,
So I get 4
getting you 4 botany knowledge,
and a green piece.
and then it goes to there,
And give
giving
me
you 2 things in the middle.
And I've taken a lot off. Put on there. Oh, what colours do I need? These 2 I just upgraded, isn't it? So that's the cost to flip it. So I'll put 1 on the red. There we go. Right, so now I can place this. What do I need? 2. Kind of a green H. Green H.
Green H. Okay.
And then I'm going to move move this one.
I have another top tip
This
for
one.
you if you're playing this game. You may notice that this jigsaw puzzle that we're building here is not moving around. And that's because I've blue tacked the central 4 piece to the board. I would strongly recommend doing that when you play, because otherwise, every time you add a puzzle piece, this whole thing shuffles around and everything gets knocked. It's a bit fiddly and a bit impractical, but it's fixed with a few bits of blue tack on the central piece, and that makes it a lot better.
Good old trusty blue tack.
Good old trusty blue tack.
Best board game upgrade.
It is. I should sell it. Right, my go.
Yes, I can't upgrade him.
Well, I had an idea, sort of. I want to do this actually. How did that get you? Right, are we doing this time? Do we do it? Do we do it? Yes, I'm going to do it. Just watch me. Right, so I am going to do the recipe action. I'm not doing any upgrades at the start, although I actually could. I've got a piece that's on a group of 3. Oh, well, wait a minute. Well, that changes everything. I'll do that later. Yeah, I'm going to do that later. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do this action, which allows me to move this leaf to here. So remember, with the recipe section, you can't place a piece from your supply. It's got to be a piece from the board. But I am going to put it... Oh, 3 rotations.
3.
That would be... Oh, no, it'd only be 10. No, we're going to go here. So I'm going to put 3 water droplets into here, one after another. So the first one comes in here and gets me 2 knowledge of the baths. Cool. Then my second one comes in and gets me 2 plus 2. So I go up to there. And then my third one comes in and gets me 2 plus 2 plus 2. So I get another 6. That means I go to there and I get another blue piece. Wow. Okay. So that's that action, which went there and got me that. That's it for my actions. Right, now I'm going to place these 2. So this is going to be amazing. Because I'm going to place a D there. And then I'm going to place a... Oh, I need to be looking at this. I'm going to place a C here. And then I'm going to move one of my pieces onto one of the tiles that I just placed. And then I'm going to do some upgrades. So I'm now going to upgrade this that requires an edge piece.
Yep.
There's an edge piece that's worth 6 points. Boom. Right, so that's that done. And if I wanted to, I could also upgrade this because it needs to be in a section of 3. Which it is. So I'm going to remove that one as well. That's 3 points.
It's quite
1, 2,
nice.
3. I've done a double upgrade. I'm happy with that. Okay, that's it. That's my go done. So the purple cards, they score for 2 different criteria, but I believe you choose which one. It's not both of them. I believe you choose.
Okay.
And yeah. Owen says the player interaction in this game is positive and it's actually really interesting. Because you said this earlier on, I did something which changed what you were going to do. The way that the players build this puzzle up is going to influence what you're going to do because you need your pieces on the things that they've built.
Yeah, and it's nice to have positive player interaction.
Positive player interaction is the best kind.
So could one of these cards do the green victory points and one of the cards do the red?
Yeah, but generally you pick your best one. I think that's how the purple ones work. I'll just double check that.
Okay, so I think I'm turning to...
There is a solo mode as well included in this game. I've not tried it. It's a whole extra section at the back of the rulebook. It doesn't look pull friendly, to be honest, from looking at it. I might be wrong. I haven't really read it yet. Yeah, so each recipe page shows 2 types of knowledge. When you're calculating your final score, choose which type of knowledge you will score. So my purple ones score for either red or green. So if I'm going to go up the green track, then I need these cards to be as upgraded as possible. That's my plan. Botany. Ah, Danny is here. Yes, you choose which to score.
So I don't think we covered this.
We
looks like it's
didn't.
to do
We
with
didn't cover
leaves.
this,
Yeah.
and we didn't cover this when you had your practice game. So let's talk about this now. I'm going to roll up my sleeves for this bit. So the water is going to come down here, and is going to get you the knowledge on this track as it goes down.
Yeah.
One of the actions in the game is to transform water into a leaf. Can you see that action? It's there. It is literally get rid of the water, turn it into a leaf.
Okay.
Now that can only be done here. It can't be done here. Can't be done in the botany section. It can only be done here. And you can transform the water into a leaf wherever it is on here. Now when it's a leaf, what happens is as soon as it arrives here, it then flows out. So only leaves can flow out of here, and it basically gets you extra stuff.
So if your water gets pushed into here, does it
The
just
water
get
stays
stuck
here.
there?
Yeah, your water stays here, and as soon as you transform it into a leaf,
then it will flow through.
it flows out immediately.
Okay, interesting.
I don't think I have that action.
No,
Do you not
I
have that
don't
at
have
all?
that one.
No.
Oh, that's interesting. And it's not even on the other side of the cards.
It's possible
No.
maybe when the cards get upgraded. I'm not sure.
No, I took them out. I couldn't see.
Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Okay. Yeah, so it can be that players do not have access to all of the actions in the game.
Is there one on the board?
There might be one on the board.
I mean, that's just.
Is that right, Danny? Could it be that a player does not have the ability to do that?
Am I sticking with my original plan?
There.
Yeah.
Spotted it.
Ah, okay. There are ways of getting it.
There is a way
otherwise,
to get
yeah.
it. But if somebody else goes on there, then
And then you got a problem.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple of places.
Now this wasn't what I was originally going to plan, but I'm going to take advantage of the fact that I can also do a double upgrade.
Double upgrades.
Yeah. It's the winner's choice, isn't it?
I don't know.
Me neither. So I will be choosing these pages, which require either having pieces on. One requires pieces on double greens. One
Which
requires
you do have.
adjacent to a yellow. So I could actually
You
use
do.
both of those because one would
Well,
be for the double
yeah, that's
yellow.
adjacent to yellow.
Yeah, but that one doesn't get any points.
No.
So I think I will use this one
That's on the double green.
and that one for
And
next
that's
to double
adjacent
yellow.
to. So you're doing upgrades of both of those cards.
Yes, that's right.
So that's getting you 4
4 points.
knowledge.
Yes, four overall knowledge.
Yep.
I feel so much more knowledgeable and wise. Okay, so this is the clean water, isn't
Yes.
it? That one.
Clean one of these dirty water pieces and push it into here.
Yeah. Right.
She's looking at me funny. She's been looking at me for the last half hour. Definitely looking at me funny.
Okay, so
And that's looking at you funny. Definitely.
he
the goat.
looks kind of friendly to me. I
Gary.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could pet Gary.
You try.
So I'll choose this one, which is place a water.
Yeah.
So either one of these is going to give both of you quite a lot of bumps, isn't it?
It's going to give Kath 4 and it's going to give me 4. Because that will
Your
go into
one will
here.
go into there.
So,
yeah.
so I'll get 4. Kath will get 4.
Yeah. So I think I am going to bump your one.
So that goes into here. I get 4 and you get 2.
Yes.
So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and you go 1, 2, which gets you a puzzle piece. So interestingly, you can gain the puzzle pieces on somebody else's turn, but you only cash them in at the end of your turn.
Yes. Right. And then I can do the cleaning water.
Which one do you want? Place a star in the astrology section. Place some text in the astrology section. Place a star in the writing section. Place a leaf in the botany section.
Well, I'm
Do
thinking.
2 plant growths.
I'm thinking there's a good combo here because if I take this one
Yeah.
and place a star in there, that will finish that section, which will
And
then
get
get
you
me one of
another-
those back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do this. So that's about to come in here.
That means I possibly should have put it in there, shouldn't I?
'Cause
I've
you would have
forgotten
got an
that
extra
came
thing.
in
Can you
that
drop?
way. Yeah,
But then you're giving me 8.
I am, but that's going to happen
So I'm
eventually
going to
anyway.
drop 4 off me.
I may as well benefit from it as
So
well.
so your water comes in here,
Yeah.
getting Kath 4, which
Yes.
is this.
So I get to
Getting
leave.
you
Okay.
puzzle piece. Yep. Right. So this dirty water. I think you do this first.
Okay, so that slides in.
Placing a star on there.
Yeah. So I put that here.
Ah.
Does that
Which is
not
which
work?
is that again.
Yes.
So we're going to have to do. Yeah, we'll have to finish this first.
Yeah.
So that comes in here, getting Kath another 4 and you 2.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting you 2.
Yeah.
Right.
So then I put that in there.
Yeah. Getting you 4 astrology knowledge.
Yeah.
Getting you a yellow
Yellow
puzzle piece.
puzzle piece.
Puzzle piece. And then you have to do another one of these.
I do, yes. You see the combo.
Yeah.
And you're getting more points as well on that
So
track.
you got 12 out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Very
help-
good.
I'm helping you.
Yeah. Action resolution can explode, especially.
Mm.
Yeah. The stars over here, especially.
Okay, so I think I will take. So this one is gaining a leaf,
leaf
into
there.
that area, isn't it? So
Just
yeah, I'll
very
take
simple.
that one. Yeah.
Okay. So you put a leaf here.
Yep.
That goes into here. That moves down to there. So I get 2.
That's not leaf. That's water.
Kath, you get another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting you
And then
another puzzle
Another
piece.
puzzle piece.
Mark, you get 2. 2. And then that goes there, and that goes there. I've got this water.
I've given you so many points.
I did get a lot of
You
that.
got 12,
12, yeah.
Yeah.
12 knowledge by
Just
pumping
by
it,
watching some water.
by cleaning some water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've done that right. I
Okay.
think that's how it works.
So that is all of things from this page, which means I now need to place these puzzle pieces.
Yeah. So what you've got, a yellow and a blue.
Yeah, and I'll be able to move pieces from
One.
both of those, won't you?
Only
Oh,
one.
Just one.
Just one.
Okay. Right, so what am I thinking of doing next turns? Based on that one. Ooh, I might quite want to do that. So, is there a yellow K?
There is a yellow K.
Yellow
It's
K.
special.
I would like a K for knowledge, please.
Yeah. K for knowledge.
Can we pop it
Knowledge.
there?
Okay. And the blue one.
Yes, the blue one. Where was that one going? Is there an O?
A blue O.
A blue O?
There is not a blue O. No, there was a yellow O.
Can I have a blue N then?
Mhm.
Stick that one there.
Okay. And then you can move one of your research tokens onto either of those.
Yeah.
That's those gone.
So, actually, no. Is there a blue J? I'm going to do that one instead.
There is. A blue J.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's J. It's just
Yeah.
that artwork looks different from that.
I thought you were about to make a joke about blue Jays.
I was. Yeah,
And the artwork distracted you.
it did.
And I'll
Yes.
move that one over there.
Okay. And then progressing. Any more progressing?
Not today.
So whatever you do on your turn, you've got 2 blue pieces
Yep.
to play at the end.
So this one here,
Yes.
does that mean
Brian's stopping to play Wingspan. It's placed 3
3 of
text.
these?
Oh, wait,
Into
no.
Oh, hang on.
Can I? Do these have to be from different
Let's
areas?
have a look. It's always different.
Okay, so that being next to that and that one wouldn't count because it's
Correct.
the same yellow.
It's the same
area.
yellow area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I cannot progress.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
Right, I was
What you
going
doing?
to do
Recipe
my pair
time.
selection. So I was. What does this one mean? Because there's not a symbol next to it.
Where?
This V.
It's a victory point.
Oh, a normal victory.
It's one of these.
Yep.
Yeah. Just get one of those.
Okay, so I believe I can upgrade.
So you need a
This
piece
one.
next to 3 different colours.
Yep. So both of these I think match that.
Yeah.
So I'll take it from this one.
Okay. So that's that upgrade.
No victory points.
Nil point.
Right, and then I can move a water.
Well, you get a point.
I get 1 point. And I can move a sun or a water into here. I think I'm going to move a water into here and do this one.
These have been good for you, haven't they? They've earned
Yeah.
loads of points.
So if I move this one and put that.
Okay, so that
There.
allows you to put 3 pieces of text in this area. So putting text in this area follows the same rules as the stars. You can either put it in a level 1 area with no text, or a level 2 area that is connected to a level 1 area that already has text. So in other words, that's the only level 2 or outer circle area you can put it in, or you could put it in the other ones. And if you complete an area, you're going to get the astrology knowledge.
Yeah. So I was going to put one here.
Okay, so that gets you 1 writing knowledge, which is
Is that not a viable
This.
level 2?
no, because there's got to be text in there.
Oh, I see.
And you've completed that section, so that gets you 3 astrology knowledge. 3.
And then
Second
I
one,
put that one there.
which is to put a piece in the middle,
Yeah.
and another 3 astrology knowledge.
Very
2,
nice.
3. Getting you a yellow astrology puzzle piece.
Yeah, no astrology colour.
And the third one,
Go put here.
nice. So even though you've got both, you only get that once.
Yep.
So that's 4 more astrology knowledge, and you've got 2 movement points which you can spend.
So I was going to move this one.
Yep.
Up to here.
Okay, and that was from placing that. So you've done all of those things. And now you have to place 3 pieces of the puzzle.
3. Right, so where do I need these to go?
Yeah, it's
So
really
what's-
starting to
Blue.
expand.
Um,
Especially as you have more stuff out, you can then move things a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably also don't want to help you.
You might be playing the
It's
wrong
tricky.
game.
I can't study what your upgrade cards are as well as
Yeah.
my upgrades. I can't do that really.
And it's a lot to think about your own stuff that you're trying to build the pathway
Yeah.
on.
Right, so I can only move one of these onto one of the. I've got 3 to build, but I can only move 1 research token. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's got to be next to 3. So let's
Yeah,
do.
desperately need more.
That's green node. 2 blue. 2 green. Right, I'll do yellow. I need to create a new area for yellow.
It's also very easy to get sidetracked in this game.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Somebody puts something out and you go, ooh,
Shiny.
ooh, there's something there now.
Right, so that's 1 yellow done.
Yeah.
Right, now I've got 2 blue. So is there a D? Oh, there's no D blue. B
Yeah, it's
blue.
gone.
Mm.
D went there.
It's B. There was a D yellow. Sorry, can I change that one
Mhm.
then to a D? I want to put one here, you see.
Okay.
So D. What letter was that? O. There you go. So I put D there. Right, and then get 1 B blue there. And then another blue. I don't know. Let's just do. Oh, it's no O. F. That's helping you, isn't it? That's L. No, no L. N. Yeah, N. Oh no, I'm doing blue. N. Okay.
It feels like it's interconnected enough that it's dangerous to avoid
Yeah.
helping
Mhm.
people too much because you might just.
Right, so I'm going to
hamper
move this one
yourself too much.
here.
Yeah. To one of the pieces that you've just placed.
Um,
Yeah, I
And
thought
then
it
do
might
you have
be.
an upgrade?
edge piece.
Yep. There you go. Do you want that?
Yep.
That's 7
that's
points.
7.
Very nice.
It's a 12.
I haven't got any that's. There's no cross there, is it? Oh yeah, that one. There's a cross there.
Across?
I need a cross.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Surrounded by
colours.
all 4 different colours.
Nice,
Yes, that's
I
my
see.
piece.
I know, so I need to
Yeah.
get one there.
Yeah.
That would have been good. Because I didn't place any new. Oh no, I did place a new one down. Should have placed a new one there then. moved a different one.
All done?
Yep.
Right. Okay. So I had 3 different plans, and none of them are actually that good. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to translate some of this manuscript. I've only got one piece of text here, so I'm just going to flip it. So whenever you translate something, you flip it over, and you get, I believe, that and that.
So it's sort of like almost like you play.
It's like you're placing a better piece. And that's the solo rules. Those writing actions. The translate text, flip over one of your main things, gaining the reward of the side, and also the reward printed to the side of the row in any order. So I get 5 writing knowledge, which puts me up to there, which is not a piece. Oh, I've done it now. Rats. Roland Ratzenberger, right. And I also get to put a piece in the middle. I'm going to put it on there. And I can't do any upgrades. So there you go. Shortest turn ever. That wasn't part of the plan.
You're encapsulating the biggest frustration of any of these
Yeah.
games. One short from doing something is always the worst.
Oh, miscounted.
What if you run out of pieces here?
You have to move. Oh, research tokens.
No, stars.
Other ones,
and-
you have to move from somewhere else.
Okay.
You are limited.
Okay. So I think I'm flipping to this page of my booklet.
Flipping page.
And then I will remove this piece for sadly no points.
But you do get to
I do
upgrade that
get
card.
to upgrade this card. So that will allow me to now place one and activate. Oh, sorry, place a star as well. So I can put this down.
Yeah, so whenever you put a piece of text down, you activate that and that.
Yeah.
The star activates all of the text.
Yes.
So you get
So you
basically
get
5
from that,
5 points. You go up to 9,
which gets me a
which
red.
does get you a red. 9, not 8. 8 is one short.
Not that you're so.
I'm not bitter
about it.
No, not at all.
And
So
then,
where are you going to place the star? Are you going to put it in the same row?
Yes.
Okay. So that is going to get all of that
Yeah.
and that.
Yes.
So that's another 5
Yeah.
and 2 movement. Putting you up to 14.
Okay. And then yes, I'll take 2 movements. I think I'll be moving this one up to where it is worth some points.
Okay.
And I believe that is it for now.
That's come round to me too quickly. I don't know what I'm doing.
Sorry.
Okay. I quite like these stars. I'm doing the stars. Oh, can be mine. So this, what does this give? So that's time. So I just do
So
it.
whenever you
whatever's-
put text on here, it's whatever's printed on it with the multiplier. So
Okay.
you want to translate it first, because if it's translated, it's flipped. It's worth more. If I now move that to there, that's 9 writing
Yes.
knowledge.
I don't think, in the same way I don't have
Which is
that
cool.
action, I don't think I have a flip. Oh no, it's on there. I got to upgrade it. How do I upgrade it? I can do that. 2 yellows. Right, so I'm going to, let's do the red action then. So next to 3 blues. Oh, it doesn't give me very many points though. Okay, I'll have to do it.
3,
Next
yeah.
to 3 blue. Yes, it doesn't.
Next
it's not
to a group of 3
next
blues.
to a group of 3
Yep,
blues.
So there is
Yep.
adjacent to a group of 3 blues. So
So
you
you
get
get 3
3
points. Right.
And just as a quick ruling note, I have had this confirmed by Danny that if you were on a blue space, then you are not technically adjacent to a group of 3, because you are on a blue space. You are part of the group of 4. So adjacent to a group, you cannot be part of that group.
Right, so I can put this down and then flip it. That's the order, because it's
Yeah.
left, then right.
You can do them in either order, but in this case, you can't flip something because
Could
you
I
don't,
flip
you don't
one
have
of-
any. No, you can only translate text that's here.
Okay.
You cannot translate text that's there.
Okay, but I could move one of these over to here.
You could, or
Yeah.
you could place a new one.
Right, I think probably putting down, because I'm running out of magnifying glass.
You are, yeah.
So I'll put this here.
Yep. So you get 1 writing knowledge, which is that, which gets you a red puzzle
Red.
piece,
Yay.
and you get 2 research tokens in the middle.
Okay, I decided I needed that one, didn't I? And
Should Mark have placed a puzzle piece?
I should have placed this
Okay.
red puzzle piece. Thank you.
does that make a difference to what I do?
Oh, I haven't
Hopefully
kept track of this. I should have been flipping.
I don't
these so
think
we
it
can
does because
track of
only...
what I've...
What letter would you like, Mark?
No, it doesn't.
Well spotted, chat.
I'm just changing, making sure these are up to date because that helps me track things I need. That's what I last did.
So I've just realised, I've just thought of something. People have joked for years that we need some kind of way for people in the chat to alert me. If I got a bulb with a red bulb in it attached to a smart plug that was connected to my, I can't say her name because she'll be listening, and then somebody is able to do that, might work. Yeah, we might look at that. If
Okay.
anybody knows any technical way in which the chat could actually trigger off one of my smart plugs, then basically I could have a flashing light if somebody puts something in the chat. There's probably a way of doing it. There's probably some very fancy things that we can do.
Oh, I've realised a problem. When you place this, you can only move stuff that's out there.
Yes.
That's very annoying.
You can just place it.
Yeah.
You don't have to move anything onto it.
I think that's what's going to happen. Can I have a red F, please? If
A
there
red
is
F?
one? Yeah.
Where are you putting it?
Here. It's a very bizarre thing
It is.
growing here.
It is. Right.
There
So
are
that was
evens.
Mark's then. Thank you, Jack.
Right.
You're keeping us honest.
So I'm going to put this one here, and then I'm using my red K to go here. Is it bad that I'm not going to move there? I'm not going to move there either. I suppose it doesn't matter.
Hold on.
Yep.
Right. I'm going here. And I'm going to move this translated manuscript to here, which gets me 9 knowledge in scripting. So I go from 8
Yeah,
to
that's
17.
I was meant to flip this. Sorry, I hadn't finished, so I get another 3.
Okay, sorry. 1, 2, 3. So I get a red puzzle piece. And I also get 2 movement points to move stuff around here. So I think I will move that one too. So I did that and I did that. Right, and then at the end of my turn, I'm going to trade this in. I'm going to trade that in for the letter A, which is a corner piece. And I'm going to move this onto it. And then I'm going to upgrade this, because this upgrade requires a corner piece.
Oh, it's tricky.
But I do get 8 points for that.
Mm.
I go from 9 to 17. Right, now that is my second upgrade of this card. So it flips like that. I'm starting to colour it in. We've got crayons and everything.
The future is now.
It is. Yeah, I think that's my go. Quite happy with that.
Okay. So I think I am.
I'm not doing anything like I said I was going to do, but
No, I know the feeling.
I can move up the botany track. That's what I said I was going to do.
Oh.
And flip my red cards, which I said I was going to do. And I've not. Maybe we'll do something different.
Based on the fact that I hadn't turned that, can I have changed where that went? Because that was a
It wouldn't have changed what I did.
cat. Would it have changed you?
Was that the one that you forgot to place?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't have changed what I did.
Okay.
So
Could I have changed it
would
to
you have done that?
G? If there
Okay.
is one.
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
And where's it going?
There.
In there. Okay. We're just going to slight undo.
Yeah, sorry
fine.
about that. I hadn't turned that to keep track of things, so I need it to be a 4-step.
Where's this going? That doesn't match.
Ooh.
Yeah, some of the artwork on here doesn't match the background. That's fine. Oh no, it does. It's just there's more on it.
Ah.
There's
so
more.
it
There's
kinda
more
shows you that bit,
artwork.
but there's the
Yeah,
extra bit. I guess because we're deciphering.
we are.
bits,
We're writing more stuff. Yeah.
Right, so I will turn to this page, And then I will upgrade this card because I need 4, a piece in
In a group
a
of 4,
group of 4,
which is
that one.
This
which I believe is then 3 points.
3 points.
I guess I might need to catch up here. And then that upgrades this, which is going to mean it flips over. If I can get it out of the book. It's the challenge.
Go on, you can do it. There you go.
No one told me this was a dexterity game as well. Right, it's that way.
That's it.
Okay, alright, that's interesting. So that is 2 movement, and then that's not the most useful. That's fine. Oh no, because I could do this one instead, which is putting a leaf in. No, I do want to move it, so I will choose this action, even though the secondary one oh no, I may be able to use it. So I'm moving up to here for my first one, which is 4 steps up the green track.
4 steps up, botany.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's also not 9.
Sure. Yep.
And then is it worth turning these maybe?
Yes. Because once they're flipped,
Yeah.
they're flipped, which means you can then start moving them around.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
They're super good.
Then I'd have to put it into there. And I need to make sure I get a piece out here. So I will, because moving this over also triggers it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will move this into here.
Yeah, which is write a piece of script in the astrology section.
So I can.
Yeah, or you could move one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah,
So if you
I'll write
move
that
one of these, does it slide to the left? That's not happened yet. There you go. Question for
Very
Danny
good question.
or anybody else. If Mark was to move this piece out, do the rest of them slide to the left, or do you just always have to go from leftmost empty space?
So then I can put this in here,
You can.
and that will finish that area, meaning I'll get
4 of these,
yeah.
which is 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then I put one of these into the
middle.
center somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think it matters whether it slides or not, because the order of these doesn't matter. So in fact, the rule about it going from left to right, I don't think matters.
So then I think I'll pop it here. Right. And then I'm allowed to do some movement as well. So I'll move this on too. And then I think that's it. I didn't acquire any puzzle pieces that turn, so I think that's it.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter because you can activate them in any order. I thought so. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I need to get
Makes some
yellow.
sense.
How much around the yellow? 2, 3. Let's see if I can do this. I only get 2. Right. I do yellow action. I'm choosing not to upgrade them, so I'm going to gain 2 on the yellow track.
2 of these.
Yep. And I'm going to put star. So you're saying I don't have to take it from here. I
Nope.
could take
You
it
can
from
always
the other
take
one.
it from a different section.
But I can't pick it up a different
A
section.
different section.
Okay, so they're
Yeah.
all on this section at the moment. Right.
Which means you could take something out and then complete it again, potentially if somebody doesn't beat you to it.
All right. What do I want? Oh, so I can't. I'm wondering about one of those purple ones. I'm going to go for another.
Allows you to place a water drop on one of these,
Is it bad to just go for 6?
and it will have to be this one.
So this one, I just put 2
Yeah,
leaf tokens
just put
in.
2 leaf tokens
Yeah,
in.
that seems to do
That one?
that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't get any pieces, so I can't upgrade. Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, I had a plan. What was the plan? I want to do all these things. I think I'm doing this one. And I'm not doing any upgrades first, and I'm doing this one. So I get 3 botany knowledge, which is 1, 2, 3, which is a piece. It'll be a botany piece. And I'm also doing some... Oh! I don't have anything in there. Okay, maybe. 1, 2, 3. That's an inefficient action. I don't have any pieces to move up. I need to get pieces. How do I get pieces? And I don't want to rotate that because that's rubbish. That's really rubbish. We've got this completely empty sector here. It might have to be this one.
The trouble is there's been so many other partially complete ones that it's so tempting.
Yeah, but I wanted to do that to upgrade that. I could do that, but no, let's do this. Let's do this instead. And I'm going to choose the action where I transform one of my water drops into a leaf. And then because it's been transformed into a leaf, it moves down here. So the first time it moves down here, it goes here and gets me 6 knowledge on that track.
Yeah.
The next piece that comes on here pushes that one out.
And then you get to
and then I get to go on all of these. And once I'm there, then it's
stuck.
It's stuck, but you can move it out. So I move 6 up on this track, which goes there, which gets me a blue piece. Right, that's fine. Because of something. Yes. So I'm going to trade in that blue piece. Oh, but then that and that.
Sort of sums this game up, doesn't it?
Mm.
Okay, it's going to be M. I need more things on here. Okay, I'm going to move that to it. And then I am going to upgrade this. I'm going to remove that for 4 points. Which upgrades this. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. I'll do that again next time, except I can't. Right, that's me done. Can you take your stuff from the purple area and keep repeating some of the more powerful actions? Yes, you can. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. Is the free-flowing nature of being able to sort of re-trigger stuff potentially. Or again, the positive interaction of, oh, they've moved that. Maybe I want to jump in there now. Right, there was something I was going to do. It was... Ah, yes, my old favourite, this one. So... Ooh. No, not that one. It's... Yes, no, it is that one because that's moving it. So, let's do something a bit different. I'm going to move this one here into... here.
Yeah.
Which means I get to...
You get to put 2 in the middle and you
then
get 2
move
points of
2 up.
knowledge on the writing track.
Yes, that's right. So, I think there and there. And then I can also place or move a star. So I think I'm going to... I think I'm going to move this star over to here.
Okay. Which gets you all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So there's 2 more pieces in the middle and 2 more on this track,
Yeah.
which is a writing red puzzle piece.
A red puzzle piece. And since that's everything at this point, I can now decide what that's going to be. And I think it's going to be a J, a red J.
Red
please.
J.
Down here, please.
Okay, you put in a piece on it.
Yes, so I will move that one over.
Okay, any upgrading?
No.
Right, so I'm going to do this red action again. I can't upgrade anything. So can I take, what happens if I take this one here? Because this one's up here, it doesn't matter. It just happens.
I think that's okay.
And I'm going to put this here.
Yeah.
So I get this and this.
And that.
So I can
So
put
you've got
three.
3 pieces in the middle.
So what's the other side of this one? What does that mean?
Put a piece anywhere on board.
So
Put a research token on any piece on
if
the
I
board.
don't have any left, because this putting 2 here and 1 here is going to use them all up, can I move?
I believe you can remove the. Yeah. Danny will tell us if I've got that wrong.
Right, so what do I need?
But the research token.
So they can only be in the middle, can't they, normally? So I'll put one
Let me
there,
check it. Sharing knowledge.
one there.
May move one of your research tokens already on the puzzle to one. Yeah. Okay. Placing puzzle pieces. Place one of your research tokens. There is a section in the rulebook on limited components. Which I've seen somewhere. Right, when a game effect allows you to add a new token somewhere, you can take them from your supply or from a different section of the board.
But those can only ever be in
I'm
this
not
section.
sure about the research tokens. Okay, so that action only allows you to place them from your supply.
So can I choose not to place one of the 2 or ones so I have one
You
in my supply?
must be able to not. I don't believe it's mandatory. So you're saying you're going to forego one of those placements.
So then when I flip it...
So when you flip it, you can now place one. Yeah, we'll say that.
So I'll flip...
I wouldn't have thought anything was mandatory.
Yeah. Right, so where do I want it to go? So this circle one, it has to be in one of these circles. Do they have to be complete? It just has to be on one of the
it just has to be somewhere on those spaces.
And there's this one's on a circle, isn't it?
Yeah, that's one of the 8 outer circles.
Okay, so I'll choose not to place. I need 2 green. I'll choose not to place this green one.
Yeah, on a puzzle piece of any colour that is part of one of the 8 exterior circles on the puzzle, excluding the centre circle. Yeah. Yeah, nothing is mandatory. So yeah.
So I'm placing it there.
Nice. Are you then using it straight away?
No, because it's this action. I need 4 blue, which there isn't, and 2 yellow. I could flip that one. I choose to get, but it's 0 points at the moment. So
done.
Yep.
Right. So I'm going here again, and I'm going to do. If I've worked this out correctly, I'm doing that action. So I get a point, and I'm going to move this water drop from here to here, which gets me to do 2 lots of writing in here, which is going to be, well, I desperately need pieces on the board as well. So I'm going there, which gets me 3 lovely pieces on the board. I'll have that one, and that one, and there. And then I'm going to add a second one, which, and I've worked this out. I have worked this out. Where am I on that track? Yeah, it kind of works, but I don't think I need to do that yet. Oh, there's good. Okay, let's go. But you've already done that. Right, I'm going to go here. That gets me 3 more knowledge of writing. 1, 2, 3, which is one of those. And it gets me 2 movement points, which is going to be that to there. So I did that. That got me to do that. That got me to add those 2 to there, which got me all kinds of stuff. Right. Then, no, in fact, 2 movement points. I'm going to move 1 to there. Yeah. Okay, so I'm now going to exchange that. It's gonna be F. It's gonna go there, and I'm gonna move that to there. And then I'm going to do an upgrade with that piece because that piece is part of a group of 4. So that piece gets me 5 points. And that flips that over. Part of a group of 6? What?
Madness.
Oh, if I'd have known that, I'd have put that there.
You can see it on the other side.
Yeah, I might change my mind actually and just put that there. It's not going to change anything. So it's part of a group of 5. 2 corner pieces. What the? Yeah. Okay, that's me done. I'm happy with those.
It's getting hard, isn't it?
It is. These get really hard.
Okay. This feels less exciting than it could be. I'm jumping to this bit. I don't have anything on the edge, so that's not going to be happening. Right, we're going to do the action to move something to yellow. Oh, no, that's not right.
Can an edge piece also be a corner piece?
No.
Okay.
So an edge piece is specifically not a corner piece.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, a corner piece is not an edge piece.
Oh no.
It says that in the rules.
I was planning this and then realised that's the wrong symbol. Oh dear. Oops. Okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting the way that this has happened.
Better backup plan. Okay, let's go with that. So no, I will upgrade this. So this is using... There's not a lot of point actually, because moving the goat's rubbish.
Moving the goat is rubbish.
But these can be optional,
At the moment,
can't they?
it's 'cause no one's put anything in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's really hard to motivate yourself to when there's just nothing.
Then there's nothing there.
Yeah.
But
Right, so we will... No, in that case, there's no point in me upgrading that. I'd rather save that for something else. So I'll just do the basic action of going up the yellow track 3.
yep. So 3.
Which
Get you a
is
yellow piece.
Yellow piece. Yes. Yellow C, please.
Yellow C.
Yep.
It's next to the black C. Here.
Yep, that's the one. And then I'll move this one over. And that's it.
Nice.
Right. So I'm going to do the strategy action. I think I can upgrade both. Let's... Oh no.
So you need...
Oh, wait a sec. I was going to do that one. Oh, I'm indecisive. I think I'm going to have to do this one.
What did you do last time?
Right, so 2... I did the red action last time. So I would need 2 next to... in reds. So I can get this
that
one
and
and...
yeah.
Yeah.
So you've got that.
And then I've got 2 next to green. This one's next to this green, and this one's next to that green.
Yep. So you're removing this one.
Yeah.
Which is 4.
Yep.
And this one for 0. And this one for 0. And this one for 0.
Yep.
So you get 4 points.
But I upgrade both these cards.
But you upgrade both of the cards.
Right, so that one now.
Very nice.
Very colourful. Oh, it's a nice green lizard. And that one also flips over. Right, so what can I do now? So I liked this one, so I get 4 astrology points and I can put a sun down in this area here. So I'm going to put the sun here.
Yep.
So I'm going to move this one. Oh, it's going to be too good for somewhere else, isn't it? I don't want this. Oh, I can move 5. That gives me 2 points, 2 points. I'll just get the... Because the star's already there, isn't it? So I get 4...
And you get that.
And I get that.
So 4 writing knowledge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which gets you a red puzzle piece.
Red puzzle piece. Also, as part of the action, I get 4 astrology, which
Four
will give me a
astrology.
yellow. Should give me a yellow one.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get you a yellow piece.
Right, and now I can move 2.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything left though. I took it all off.
You got this one.
You
Guess you don't want to use this one.
Where did I want to move that one to? That wasn't a really good move, was it? Where did I go?
There.
There. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Sorry, put that back. What's there? I'm gonna put it on this one, which puts another thing down.
So hang on, what do we need to undo?
I've moved this off 4 of those on the red track, and I lose that red. Okay, so I'm going to put one of these down, which can go on there, like that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yep. I don't
So
get
that
any
one
points
just
for it.
that one just stayed where it was.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got the 4 points because it's on my card.
Yes.
So I've got a yellow piece.
Yep.
Right, what do I need? Fortunately, I just got rid of all my pieces, didn't I? That's 2 blue, 2 on the circles. Still fine. Right, so yellow. I. Is that an I? I there. Does that fit? Yeah, it has to fit. I'll put that one there. So I've got 3 points, so now it gets. Right, I'm done.
Okay, so that.
Oh no, wait, sorry. I'm moving that one. There.
Okay, that kind of works. Yeah. Okay. Right. I think I'm doing this, and I'm going to upgrade first. So I need a piece on a group of 2 green, which is that one, which gets me 2 points, and that upgrades this. And then I'm doing that, which is dirty water. Oh, so cleaning some water and turning one of my water drops into a leaf. So I'm turning that water drop into a leaf, and then the water that I am cleaning is going to be, oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's bonkers amazing.
Being able to do that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put a star here.
Yeah.
I get all of that.
Yeah.
So I get 3 pieces on the middle, but I'm not going to put 3 pieces on the middle. I'm just going to put 2 pieces on the middle, because then I can put 1 piece anywhere, which is going on the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm getting 3 points of writing knowledge, which is 1, 2, 3. And then, Mark, you get 2 points of watery knowledge. But that doesn't push that down, so. Okay. So that was quite cool. Oh, we're close to doing that. It's very exciting. Right, okay, I think I'm done.
Okay. Right. So I haven't done this one yet. I might be doing it. Yeah, I think I'm finally gonna create a recipe.
Oh, right, you're doing this bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first of all, let's do some upgrades.
Oh, I didn't.
Ah.
No, I spent it. I did put
Did you
it.
spend
I
it?
did spend.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Right.
put it there.
We're good.
I just didn't put it in the pot.
Okay, so we've got. So I need to be in 2 areas that are
At least size 2.
at least size 2. I definitely want to do that.
But
one
it doesn't
for-
matter the colour.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that one for
6 points and 5 points.
The trouble is no, I need that for the other one. So it's either that one. I could do that one. But yeah, it probably makes most sense for it to be that one. So that one doesn't get me anything, unfortunately.
Okay, but you got the 6 for that.
Yeah.
And that has upgraded that card.
Well, it's done that card, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will upgrade the other card because that one is next to 3 different.
This one,
Yeah.
next to 3 different colours.
Yep.
Yeah, and that gets you 5 points.
Yeah.
There you go. So double upgrade before you've done the action.
Then I have to work out which action. Ooh. What's that bit?
It's a point.
Just get a point.
Just get a point.
Okay. But that might be more useful. Yeah. Okay. So then only one of those 2. Ooh, flipping. So that's flipping 2 things, is it?
Yeah, translating 2 pieces of text
Translating 2.
in here. Yeah. That's good for you.
That one's also quite good. So I've got that up to there. So yeah, I will move this star.
So you're doing a star recipe thing.
Yeah, that one, which also will let me do 2
Yeah.
movements.
Okay, but the star's going on there,
It's going on there.
which gets you 6 astrology knowledge,
Yes.
putting you up to there.
1 off.
1 off.
Classic.
And you get 2 movement
We get
points.
2 movement
for here.
points, which will be that.
Okay. Any other upgrades?
No, that's it.
Okay, Kath.
Right, I'm doing the bath action. And I'm going to take away an edge piece. So I get 6.
6 points.
To upgrade this one. Right, so I'm going to put a water in. And I can do a clean water.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to
In
put,
either order, I believe.
I'm going to put the water.
Water in first.
Oh, it doesn't. I suppose I'm not there anymore. I could go from here and not help anyone. Oh no,
Good.
but the clean water's coming from there. Yes,
Yeah.
so I'll put it in there.
Okay, so Mark gets 2
Yep.
up on here, which
Yay.
gets you a puzzle piece.
Ooh.
These all slide down,
I get 2.
and then you do some clean water. Oh yeah, you
You
get
get
2.
2.
And then you do some clean water.
Which is going to be this one. So this is move up.
This is 2 movements in here.
So shall I do that first?
Do that first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go.
So
Oh wait, no, because I'm going to go on this one. So which order do you want me to do it?
okay, we'll do this. We'll do this first because
Yep.
that pushes that into there, which immediately, because it's a leaf, goes into here, which moves me up 6 on this track, and then that comes in, and OMG, I don't know which of these I want to do. I think I'm going to go. What gets me points for the blue track? It's there. I haven't upgraded any of those cards, so that's rubbish. I'm going to go here for 5 points.
When in doubt, take point.
I need to 8 points. Right, then that comes there. Mark gets 2 movement up this track. These all slide along. You get 2 movement on that track. That goes there. That goes there. Then you get 2 of these.
Yeah. So in my first one, I'm going to get 4.
Which is 4
On the
botany
botany,
knowledge,
yep.
moving you up to 8.
And then I believe I jump over the yellow. I can land there
Yeah.
to put another water in.
Yes.
Which would be this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I could take from here though, couldn't I?
You could.
And then but I could free it up for someone else.
Hmm.
No, that's right. I'll put a new one in. So it
Okay.
goes there.
So that goes down into here where it will stay. You get 2 for that and 2 for that. So another 4 up on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Okay. Whew.
Right, and I didn't get any pieces in all of that.
Remember, need to be 2
6.
different colours. For this,
1, 2,
yes,
3,
I know.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get any pieces.
I'm on 1.
You get lots of different.
That was
You
big
get
turn.
less of these jigsaw pieces.
Yeah,
You
as
get
it goes up, that slows down.
Oh, can I? What does this mean? Green. Oh, green edge piece. There's no green edge pieces. Right. Yeah, so that's me done.
Right. Well, this hasn't worked because. Oh no, it will. It will work. I'm going to go on here, even though these actions are a bit rubbish, because I'm going to place this, and you'll like this. Not a lot, but I'm going to place it here. Right, and I'm going to get 4 movement and 2 up on this track. So the 2 up on this track goes to there. And the 4 movement is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all my actions done. But now I have 2 edge pieces. So that is 7 and that is 4. That's 11.
What way on
34 to 45.
Oh, you're getting
Well,
close.
that upgrades both of these. Now, can I upgrade them again? No, because they now need yellow edge pieces. Not going to happen. Why I did that, I don't know, because that's giving me points from botany track, and my botany track's rubbish. But
You did something.
I did something. I mean, I got the points for removing the magnifying glasses, so that was good. Did I get any? I didn't, did I? No, I didn't get any pieces to put. As you say, that slowed down. Right. So I know what I need to do next turn.
That must be nice.
Well, I know what I need to do. I don't know
That's a fair
how
point.
I'm going to do it.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, that doesn't work.
I think I need to do that. This is a rubbish action. All my upgraded good actions are becoming harder to actually make work. I just flip something. That's pretty good. I do need more of these. What's that? Oh, that's placed anywhere. Ooh. Yeah, okay. We'll choose this action here. Oh, that's a circle spot, isn't it?
That is one of the 8 circles, yes.
And that's a circle
And
spot.
that is one of the 8 circles, yeah. I think in the next printing of the game, they're going to highlight those both on the pieces and on the board so that it's a little easier. Because it's always FEBA or
Okay. I'm going to take
MNHD,
this
I think.
action
And this one,
to,
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
to flip
always those
that,
letters.
which lets me place
Put a research token
piece
anywhere.
Oh, that's also a circle, isn't it?
That is also a circle.
Put it there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you also get
I also get
2 up on this track.
yeah.
And you also get to put 1 in the
I
middle.
get to put one in the middle, which will go here. So now that means why do I want to upgrade this? This is my botany track. I'm doing the same thing with you.
Yeah.
Well, you're quite even out though, aren't you? You've got a bit of
I
everything.
suppose.
We're all a bit rubbish at botany.
Yeah.
I know nothing about astrology. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'll upgrade this. So I'm removing that one for 8 points, and then that one for
4.
Yeah,
So that's
so it's
12.
12.
32. Yeah, so if I remove that, that triggers the end of the game.
Right, it's not a very long game, is it?
No.
There's still loads of things I want to do.
Yeah, yeah. I've not done enough.
It is an action efficiency puzzle.
Are you using this?
Oh god, I have to.
You do.
How the game works. Boy, oh boy. Okay. Things. Did I? Oh, what have I done here? Done something wrong. 31 has disappeared.
Oh no, it's there. It says 32 there, but it says 31 there.
Oh, we've got a typo in the game.
That's why.
How interesting. So I don't know if that is known about, but one of the cards has a typo on it. It's only the card number, but on one side it says 31, on the other side it says 32.
Okay, so That one's... All right. There's both of those. Right, can I have the blue eye, please?
Blue eye.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you. Oh, and then I can move.
You can move something
can't I?
onto it.
I feel like I might as well.
Right. All done.
Yeah.
Gaff.
Right, so I'm going to do the botany.
Botany.
So I'm going to remove these two for 2 circle pieces.
That gets you 8. You get 11 points.
11.
Putting you up to 36.
6.
And then I'm going to...
Add a water drop. So when you add a water drop to the tree, it comes in at one of the...
And I'm removing
You
one
can
of
remove
these.
that.
So that's 2. I'll remove this one.
Okay. And what do you want? Do you want 4, 4, 4, or 3?
I'll go for 4, please.
Which 4?
This one.
This one?
Your bottom
Yeah.
right.
What I didn't mention earlier on is that whenever a water gets to here, you get a bonus move. So if water ever arrives at this point here, it gets a bonus move.
Oh, the water goes.
The water goes. Nothing pushes on here. You
Okay.
just jump over.
And then
So you go there, you go there, you go there. Then from there you go here. But when you go from there to there, you get a bonus move.
Right.
It's like this space doesn't exist for water.
Okay.
So 4 spaces up on the bottom
Yep.
track. 1, 2, 3, 4, which gets you a botany piece.
and then so this leaf.
So you can grow either this, or you can grow this.
Oh, what this action
Yeah,
is I can go
it's either grow water.
Yeah, I want to do a leaf because I want to get a puzzle
So you're
piece.
going
of
to
this,
get that.
which I have one of these because I've got
Okay.
none left. So I just put it anywhere because I'm now going to place this green,
Don't say that, Raymer. I'm trying. I want to do it.
green edge piece.
But yeah, there isn't another corner.
What's the most? I suppose an E or a B
Green E.
or a B. They're
It's
both
very,
the same
very
points.
cool of them to smash your dreams,
7.
though.
Yeah, but getting the other corner
7.
piece is tricky.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that B?
we're getting
Yeah,
closer.
B.
We are getting closer.
Right, and then that one piece I just put there. I was going to get.
Yeah. Oh, might be possible. Absolutely might be possible.
What? 2 corner pieces.
my go?
Oh, you're saying? Oh, the problem is
Oh, that's all right.
it gives me
Yeah,
more
I'm
points.
going to struggle, but
Yeah.
Go on, Paul. Live
So I
the
could
dream.
put that there. That would go there. Oh, that's crazy good. I think it's got to be done.
Really would like more red pieces, but they're so hard to get now.
Well, this is the thing. So if I go on here, I can move one of these leaves to here, which gets me 2 stars in the red section. That is going to be pretty amazing. That moves me 8 spaces up on this track, which gets me a red piece. The red piece can go into the corner. So I think I can do it. Now, whether I want to do it is another matter. I think I do.
Oh, you're thinking about ending the game.
I think I do. So I'm going to go on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do any upgrades yet. But I'm going to choose this action. Now, this action actually allows me to move a leaf and a piece of text, because I've upgraded it. So this is now super powerful. I think I'm going to move the leaf first. So I'm going to move this leaf. No, in fact, I'll move this leaf to here. That is going to get me to place 2 stars in the red section. So I'm going to go here, which gets me 5 up on the red track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is a red piece. And it gets me 2 movement, which is going to be 1, 2. And then my second star is going to go down here, which gets me another 3 up on this track. 1, 2, 3. And another 4 movement, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so that's that one done. Then I get to place a piece of text in here. And it's going to be this one, which goes here. That's not very good, actually, but it's 2 spaces up on there. Right, and then I place this. So that, oh no, you've got to be kidding. There's
What?
no red A.
Oh,
Ah,
it's there. That's already.
my dreams are crushed. Ah.
Oh dear.
I'm not undoing it because I can't undo that. That would be a nightmare. It's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. So I'm going to take red E and it's going to go here.
To make a mega section.
And then I'm going to put that on there. And then I'm going to upgrade this because I need a piece that's part of a group of 6. And it is part of a group of 7. So I get 7, which does trigger the end of the game. But it also flips that over to the most awesomest hour card ever. But unfortunately,
Why are you not
I didn't manage to
moving
flip
this
that one.
one for 1 extra point?
Because I might... No, I'm not going to.
Oh, because you got one more turn.
I've got one more turn,
I see.
but I can't. No, you're right. I
There's
can't
no
choose
way
that
you're
one
gonna-
again.
yeah.
So you're right. I'll have an extra point. Thank you. Although actually, it didn't make any difference because at the end of the game, that's going to be worth 4 points because it's half round down.
Oh, you those count for points.
They count as half round down. So actually, no, I am going to keep it there. I'm going to keep the one on the corner because
Keep
that's
the
worth
dream
4
alive.
points at the end of the game instead of 3. So it's a net. There you go.
And you've got to keep the dream alive.
End of the game has been triggered. We finish this current round of play, which ends with Mark, and then we all get one more turn each.
You know, I really wish you hadn't.
No, I've got too many things I need to do. There's only one research piece on the board.
That could work. Oh, it's 1 short. Might do it anyway, just because. Oh yeah, because I can. Yeah, no, yes, yes. we'll
Yes,
do this
no,
one.
yes, no, no.
Yes, no, 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 yes,
yes,
no.
no, yes, 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 no.
Okay, so I will move.
Oh,
Oh, it's got to be 2. It's fine. I can just upgrade that one. So,
So there's only one letter of each colour, and A is a corner piece. I will remember that for the rest of my life, or at least until tomorrow.
that's probably more realistic.
Yeah.
So I think I'm doing the placing a star in here. Is it? It can be from here, or
No,
it has
it
to be from
cannot
here?
be from there.
Okay, that's fine because I have one here.
Yeah.
So, and that makes sense. Yeah. So I will do that one. So I believe that allows me to. I can flip both of those.
It's to translate 2 pieces of text,
Yeah. So flip that one.
which gets you
3.
7.
7. Oh, because it's for each of them.
Yeah. So 7 up on this track.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then
You flip the other one,
that one.
which gets you
3,
6 more.
Yeah.
33, which gets you a red puzzle piece and 3 movement
Does.
points.
Okay. Not quite as much movement as I wish it was.
Yeah, so my beliefs, my personal beliefs are that astrology is a total bunch of hogwash rubbish. Astronomy is where it's at, the real stuff.
So pretty much the best I can see is
It's a
getting
shame because
is
they're actually giving me points
1,
for that track.
2, 3. And then I upgrade this card. That's 2 in areas of 3 more.
So this is in an area of
Yeah,
3,
and
and
that
this is
is-
in an area of
so
3.
do both
you
of those,
get
which is
4, yeah,
6.
6 points in total.
Which is insufficient.
but you still get one more turn.
Yeah, but I've barely. on the board to do
Yeah.
anything for the last turn, but
You're finished?
we'll see. Yeah.
Beth, final turn of the game.
Right, so can you just remind me what this is, please?
It's convert 2 of your water drops into leaves.
Oh
Do
no,
they have to be on the
it's
board?
not done.
Oh, it's not
I
done?
need to place
Not done.
that.
They have to be in here.
So I've got 2 there, so that.
Yep, so they can convert into leaves. But that does nothing until they get here.
Ah, so you just convert them there, so they don't move down.
Doesn't do
Okay,
anything,
so I'm not
yeah.
going to do that. Yep.
Well, that's most annoying. I too do not have a red piece that works. Ugh.
Would you like a B, sir?
No.
Would you like a C,
I
sir?
would like to scribble on it.
And get a pair of scissors.
Yes, that would.
That's in the expansion set. It's coming next year.
Ah, okay.
pair of
I'll
scissors
wait
and a
for
felt
that.
tip pen.
Is there any way that eye is useful? I mean, making a 7 just seems excessive.
A red eye.
It's no, that one doesn't work. Let's go with red D.
Red D. Where's red D going?
Which I
Here?
think has to go there. There's no other
Okay.
D spot that's accessible.
Well, there's no point moving a thing to it because it's worth less
This
points.
is not
Right.
Done?
Off we go then. We are
Right,
starting the final turns of the game.
Right, so I can upgrade this action because I've got a green edge piece. So I get 7 points.
no.
And that one's removed. So I'm upgrading this one.
Is there any?
So I can put 2 water droplets in. Where are my water droplets? I've got
Where
one
are
over
your water
there
droplets?
and one here.
Yeah. Where's your other two?
They're there. So
Ah,
I'm
yeah.
going to take that one
This one?
piece. Do I have to do one at a time? Should I do one
Yeah.
at a time?
Yeah. It's going in here, is it?
Yep.
Okay. So that goes into here. That goes down. That goes down. You get
2, 6.
6.
I think I'm going to go off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not me.
That's it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Right, and then I do my second one.
Yeah. Which is
I
8.
get 8, and then I'm off the top.
Okay. Nice.
Oh no, I'm on the top.
Okay.
Oh,
Not quite the top.
Not quite the top.
But you got a blue puzzle piece.
Oh, blue puzzle piece. And then I can
That
do.
could be a corner piece. That.
What's
I'm not going to help you.
And then if I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 movement,
Well, unless you get.
and was breaking
Yeah,
the
this
rules of
one,
the game
this
Gotta do that.
and chose the same action on
Yeah.
2 consecutive turns. But apart from that, we're all good.
And then I can do a
Clean some
clean.
water.
So I haven't got any. I don't think this isn't worth it. It just gives you 0 points. I can put something in red. That just gives me. Oh, red. Where am I here on the red? Yes, I need to get at least 1 victory point on that.
So is this coming in?
Wait, where do I put it? So I can
It comes
move
in.
it.
It comes in here.
Move
so
it from here
it's
to here,
right-
can't
yeah.
I? Ooh, can I go up? If I go 4, 5. Oh, 1 shot. Yeah, so I'll just take this one off here
Mhm.
and put it here.
Yeah. So
Take
5 up.
5.
Gets you a red puzzle piece as well.
Red puzzle piece.
And then this comes in here, and you get 8 more
I don't. So I
movement
get.
on the blue track. So you
which
use that top.
puts-
You get another blue puzzle
No,
piece.
but- so I get another blue puzzle
Yeah.
piece.
But that's it. You're stuck at the top now.
And then this one means I can put this anywhere.
Anywhere in here.
No. That's the starting 4. Yes. Well, it doesn't matter, does it? Right. Oh, because I can move
You
it.
can move it.
Right. Is there a
So
blue corner
there
piece?
is a blue corner piece.
But you can't
Just
use
to
that
rub
again.
it in.
You can't.
No, I
use
can't.
it.
I can't
Okay,
do that.
so I'll use the
again.
blue corner piece.
Oh, apparently there's a special rule of the game that if you call Paul, then on the last turn of the game you can use the same
that
action.
again.
Right.
We approve of these house rules.
And then I'll use a blue E on that one.
I also need like 15 movement.
And then I
points.
use a red.
I didn't notice you texting, sending a message to Danny and some kind of
Oh,
bribe.
they've all gone. They've all gone. N.
And then
N.
presumably you're moving that to the corner.
I'm moving that to the corner, yes.
It's worth the most points.
That pattern doesn't match up. There we go. That's better.
Okay. So it's
Ooh,
starting
it's
to look
not
quite nice.
Right, and do I actually get any points for red now? Yes, I get 1 point.
You do.
Perfect. And I believe I'm done.
Okay, so I'm going to choose this action. So I messed myself up earlier because I moved out my only leaf from here. And my cards don't allow me to put anything else in there.
Oh, see, I can't. I can put lots in there, but I can't put any
So
leaf
I
here.
was screwed. Thankfully, I can upgrade this card now before I use it. I need a piece
Ah.
next to at least 3 red.
Oh,
that
yeah.
is next to 7
Yeah.
red.
That'll
So I
do.
remove that for 7.
Yeah.
That allows me to upgrade it. And now when I upgrade it, the action is place some water in here. So I will have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which gets me a green piece. And then move it. And I move it to there, getting me another 3. 1, 2, 3. And then at the end of my turn, I've got a green piece, which does nothing because I'm keeping that there. So we'll just have green C. And that is, yeah, that's it. I mean, upgrading it wasn't worth any points, but I needed to do it to get that up, so that those were worth an extra point.
Yeah.
Oh, done.
Okay. Right. There was a thing I was going to do, which was that, I believe. How did this work? Yeah. Those are kind of equivalent at this point, except well, actually, I guess it moves you up the track, but you can't really go up the track anymore. Because that one pushes in a piece, which would only get me 2 track movements, and that
On here, which does
2,
nothing.
and that's 2 track movements as well.
Yeah.
So I'll just do it that way.
Yeah.
It's easier. So can I have 2 blue track movements?
Yeah.
But not
And
particularly
a piece of
any
dirty
reason.
water.
Piece of dirty water, which is going to be the one that lets us do the fun combos.
So astrology then
So yeah, that one.
is a star somewhere in there.
What do I do with this again? Oh,
It
that
goes in
goes
here,
there.
and Kath gets like a bazillion.
Well, I mean,
right,
you need to have a bonus for
Yeah.
getting off the front.
Yeah. Right. So then that allows me to place a star.
In here.
Goes in here, of course.
Okay, which completes that area.
Yep.
So you get 4
4
astrology knowledge.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, which gets you to place an
Yeah,
astrology piece.
piece.
And you also get to place some more dirty water,
I do
which
indeed.
gets Kath.
See.
I'm helping. And I see no reason why it shouldn't be
Yeah.
that one. So that lets me then move
A piece
that
of writing.
one to. Oh, it's changed now.
You can complete that one here. That looks good.
You can't put the
I'd have
writing
to put
there.
it
You
in
can
there.
put it
Oh,
here.
yeah.
That's the only one I
Oh,
can
yeah.
complete, I believe.
Yep.
Oh no, that one I can complete, but that would
Yeah.
help.
That would
Someone
help.
I don't need any help. Oh, I do. That gives me.
So 3 points
Give me a
on
The red.
this. Beat me.
I mean,
and
And
3
also
white.
3 on
Yeah.
here.
not in any
1,
practical
2,
way.
3. Which gets you another
Oh
yellow.
no, that's
No,
green.
that's the
It's this one
green.
you need to move.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What was it?
Just below, I
1,
think.
2, 3.
Hey!
It won't-
Get another
yeah.
level.
Oh,
Okay.
I would have got there if you.
And then you
helped
place a
me.
yellow puzzle piece.
Which really definitely helps.
It actually doesn't help at all. Because so the best place you can put it is here. And if you move onto it, it's the same points.
Yeah. Let's put an E anyway. Wait, no, that helps. That might help someone.
It
Red
doesn't because
dot
the game's
E.
over.
Game's over. Whee!
There you go. Right, we're done. Final scoring.
Right.
The first thing is the puzzle piece.
Oh.
These
No,
are worth half points, so I get 4 points for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's rounded down. You
1,
get
2,
3 points for
And you
that,
get 4.
and you get 4 points for that. Right. Then we go through. So let's do the first double page first. So the botany pages, I get effectively the points value based on my astrology marker. Okay, that's me done.
Cool.
Mark.
I get twice mine.
So you've got twice,
So I get
twice wherever your astrology,
10.
but you get 10 points.
I get twice, so I get 8.
You get twice, so you get 8.
3.
Right, the next set of pages, none of mine are upgraded, so I don't get any points, but it would be points based on
Blue.
the baths.
I have not.
No upgrades.
I got 4 times
4 times
10.
10. 40 points.
95.
It's a 95.
Right, we can stop now.
I mean, that is your big point score,
Yeah.
isn't it? Right, the next one is the baths, which are going to score for the writing track. So on both of mine have been upgraded once, so I'm going to score 8 points.
16?
Oh
Because
yeah, 16, because I've
Yeah.
upgraded them both. 16. 79.
I'm in the same position. I get 16 for mine, so 67.
Could Paul have upgraded any page other than botany? No, you can only upgrade the pages that you're currently on.
I get 2.
So 2 points. Right, next we have the writing track, which is giving points for the writing, which is giving points for the botany track. So I've got double where I am. I'm here, so I get 4 points.
I get double where I am for 2 points.
2 points.
Hey.
I get 1, so I'm 2 points.
2 points. Right, and then finally, the recipe one.
This is your big one, isn't it?
Well, I've got 6 points, a multiplier of 6, and I'm going to choose this track, which is 48.
I've got a multiplier of 2, and I'm choosing this track, which is 20.
So 48 onto 83. Well, if I do the 8, and then I do the 40. 40. You're on
I get 20.
20.
I've got 2 times.
So 20 to 119.
No,
Mark.
I get 3 times, and it could be. I need it for red because that's my best one, so I get 3 times 8.
Oh, so for me, mine are both red and green.
Yeah, mine are both the same as well.
Oh, no, sorry, that's blue. I didn't notice that. I've chosen red anyway.
Yeah.
I thought they were both red and green, but they're not.
Only yours are yellow.
Mine are both the same. Mine are yellow.
Yours were
blue.
both the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark. You were
So, 3 times 8, 24.
24. So 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 20,
Yep.
93. I think that's it. So winning score this time, 131. I think I won this afternoon with 121. So I've played
been
once before.
surpassed.
Kath, 119. Mark, 93.
I also played.
You did play. Right, so the game is over. We are now going to do our review part of the game. And hello to everybody who has skipped forward to this part of the video. We've got a lot to talk about here. First of all, let's talk about the game and separate it from the component issues. We'll talk about them. We'll talk about them later. I liked it. I liked it much better my second time. Because my first time, to be fair, we were learning from the rulebook. We were basically taking actions while we were playing. We didn't even know what we were doing. We didn't read the end of game scoring until we were halfway through the game. So this afternoon's learning game was a learning game, and I needed that before today, but it didn't feel like a proper full game. In this game, I had a plan of what I was going to do from the start, but that plan didn't work. And I then shifted that plan based on what was happening to me and what was happening elsewhere. It feels different.
Yes.
Even though it's really weird and it's really interesting because a lot of it is just 5 mini Euro games. And the rules for each one are fairly easy. They're not complicated at all. But it feels a bit different. And I don't quite understand how it feels different, even though I'm not sure there is anything different in there. The bits which I like the card upgrading.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you really have to work to get things in the right position, but you are influenced by other people as well. That part of the game where other people are building the puzzle and then you're going, oh, there's a yellow piece on an edge, right? And there's 2 main ways that you can get the research tokens there. One of them is just by, placing a piece yourself and going on there, or the movement points, which you can get from various sources. So I like the fact that you can upgrade your cards. I also like the fact that the upgrading of the cards is what gives you the points, but in a different area. Now, some people are going to hate that.
Yeah.
But if the rule was that if you upgrade your red cards, you're going to score for the red track, the game wouldn't work. Because everybody would just go, right, well, I'm just going to do red cards and upgrade the red cards. The fact that upgrading the red cards gives you points for the botany track forces the interconnection between the different areas.
That's exactly how I was going to respond to that, because there's so many other bits of the game that will let you do that. So you probably will use that action to more try and grab onto the bits that will let you move up on the one that you want to do that's related to it.
But I didn't do astrology at all.
Mm.
So I wasn't doing the astrology actions, which means I was never upgrading the astrology. But actually, the astrology scores for this track. So I'd done quite well at this track. That was my second best track. The track that I didn't do well on was astrology. So for me, upgrading the botany cards, there was no point me upgrading the botany cards, except on that last turn I needed to in order to actually get that piece on there.
Yeah.
And I'd realised that earlier on. But what's really clever about this design is just because you're not going to upgrade the cards doesn't mean that you can't do the actions.
Yeah.
I could have been doing botany actions for the whole game, just the basic actions, and just putting things on and moving them up and never upgrading the cards.
Yeah.
Because there's no point me upgrading the cards because I hadn't moved to this track.
And
Were you two in a similar situation where there was something you weren't going to do?
Yeah, so the bars was something that I was doing a lot of to get my track up here.
But you didn't upgrade.
I didn't upgrade this card. I upgraded this one twice just because it gave me points towards the end because I had nothing else to do.
Right. But it didn't get you many points on. It gave you 2 points at the end.
It didn't give me. I just needed that one little extra.
So
point.
was it worth upgrading it?
It gave me the points from removing the research.
Oh, because every time you upgrade, you're removing a thing.
Yeah, and it was particularly this one liked edge pieces, and those will give you a lot more points.
Yeah. I mean, at the start, we were removing so many tokens from here,
Yeah.
and everybody was getting like 2 points, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suddenly,
It
when the
explodes
board
when it
expands,
goes
it escalates. Because you place a puzzle piece on the board, you get to move a research token on it, and you go, oh, I've got one on the edge. Boom, 7 points.
Yeah.
It really does escalate. What was it that you didn't do much of? Or what didn't you upgrade that you ended up doing a lot of?
I actually...
You did a bit of astrology.
No, I guess I had the opposite, where I barely did any botany, but I upgraded this because I was trying to hit astrology and trying to get myself up that track since I got some nice multipliers. Because what I started off the game with a plan of is I've got several cards that relate to upgrading the red ones, so let's try and get that to it. Let's try and get up the red track and get some red things out. Problem I ran into in the end is because you wanted to get that connected up, I was kind of blocked out of the final bit because I can't make these bits work.
Okay.
I can't get enough because at the first bit you get a few upgrades and then it sort of gets further away.
It slows down.
There's also
because
there's only actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in total.
5 on each track.
So I guess to a certain extent you have to adapt a little to what other people start doing, which I wonder if that means that 4-player might be one of the best counts for this. Like everyone's doing different things.
I now want to play this at 4-player.
Yeah,
because there'll be more people putting pieces in here.
Yeah,
exactly.
I do. I was nervous about playing any Euro game for the first time with 4.
Yeah,
but I want to play this with 4 now. If anybody in the chat has played this with 4, or if you're watching the video back later, if you have played it with 4, let me know how it goes. Let me know what the play time's like, and whether the dynamics of the board fill up. The 2-player game, the rules for the 2-player game are that what we did here with these 2 areas, you do in the other areas as well.
sure.
So it's like there's another player doing this stuff as well as that stuff.
Yeah,
But yeah, I liked the game. I want to play it again. I think the best thing for me is that I went into the game today knowing all of the negatives about it and hearing a number of stories from people who played it, really didn't get on with it and don't ever want to play it again. I heard a lot of those stories today. So I came into it expecting to have more problems than I thought.
yeah.
And as it turns out, and again, we'll touch on this more in a bit when we talk about the components issues, the game isn't as much of a problem as I thought it was going to be going into today, which is good. Kath, thoughts on the game?
Yeah, so I really did like it. Although I had an issue that I didn't have in my cards a way of getting the leaves out of here. So early on, I was using a lot of my leaves, but I couldn't get them out of there.
Yeah.
That's this, isn't it? Because if you convert them to leaves,
Yes, I could have done that.
I think you take the leaf from there and put it into here.
So I have to use this action here on the board.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get stars into here, which is this action on the board. But you have to have a star here in order to put a star here.
Yeah, being sort of not
So
grown, then I guess could
your red card didn't allow you to do that.
No, I don't have a star.
Right. So
on the
my
red.
starting
Yeah.
card allowed me to put a star. Well, sorry, put a star into here. Yeah. But
So
they're all
Yeah,
different.
that sort of restricted me, which also meant that I didn't really do very much for the red action.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't move the stars into here. I did a little bit. I mean, I needed to get one more point to get a few more points.
I guess if you played the game more, you'd identify from your starting cards.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit I can't interact with as much. Maybe I want to do that occasionally, and I need to use sort of special spots and places. But maybe that's not.
I think your first time playing this game, you kind of just need to do stuff and see what
Exactly.
happens.
Yeah.
But if you two play again, you're going to look at your starting
Yes.
cards more and go, right,
Yeah, I think so.
which bits can I not do? But that's the thing with the tokens, because they're limited. You go off on the branches, you get the immediate bonus,
Yeah.
and you're like, right.
Yeah, so I had to stop doing that because I couldn't move the leaves off to put them on.
Yeah.
Because I'd run out of stars because I couldn't move my stars. I could move my stars to here, but I didn't want any of these two actions. So I
Right.
couldn't move my stars to here to then put them back on there. So they were
Okay.
stuck on
I
there.
mean, the water here would have been good for you. Because you
But
could
then-
you could put the water up here, and then the water can go up here.
But I wasn't going to upgrading the cards that gave me the green.
Right.
So I didn't.
But yeah, I stand by what I said at the start. It feels different, even though I'm not sure why. So, Mark, thoughts?
Well,
Enjoyed it?
yeah, I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I'd quite like to play it again. Like you say, having a second play, looking at your cards and thinking a bit more about how you're going to make them work with each other. The things that are different, well, one, the way that the positive interaction is implemented, the fact that sort of you're growing off each other,
Helping each other
yeah, exactly.
in a few areas.
Exactly.
Here.
And not just that, but with things like, because actually I don't think you took advantage of it enough, but when I was sort of moving things around, then that could have left spots.
Left the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, that was great that it got left, because I was just sort of trying to abuse that a bit. Like, okay, I move stuff into there, I move it out, and then I move it back again and trigger that. I mean, obviously it didn't pay off, but you can see that there's something you can work with there. And that's something I really liked, the fact that stuff isn't just blocked once you've done it.
No.
So that's something that happens in a lot of games. Like, oh, that bonus has been taken. No, that's done. That's out of the game. So that area is not that. The super powerful things, you could hit again if you manage to make it work, which is really interesting.
I did that a lot more in this
Yeah.
game than I did in the previous game, but that's because in the previous game, we were learning as we went.
Yeah.
We didn't understand how this worked, and then we got to it and went, oh, wow,
Yeah.
that's really good.
I think I possibly should have done more of that, because I had a few pieces to play with.
I think I did it. Well, I did it 5 times. Whether I did it... I mean, once I'd upgraded that was doing it twice with one action. One card allowed me to do 2 things in here.
So my 2 cards had similar actions. They were both on the yellow and both on the blue track. So my only actions, I could only move water drops or the sun
They're
to here.
associated with the thing.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
So I could only do 2 of those things.
Yeah, so I couldn't move stars onto
I mean, there were other things on the board, like these 2 purple actions here. You could move a water droplet or...
Yeah.
Now, mine were a little bit more...
Oh, and over
options.
there.
Like, I can move these, and I can do leaves or stars. And I was mostly doing stars.
What's also really interesting compared to the game this afternoon is this didn't move.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The reason this didn't move is because we randomly started it here and the next sector was empty,
Yeah.
which means anybody who does move it gets nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So none of us wanted to move it.
Yeah.
But if somebody had have moved it,
Then
all
it
it does
might-
is open up better.
Yeah.
So that was just odd
Yeah.
and interesting.
And if somebody had started putting something in there, everyone else would
it would
have
have changed.
capitalised off of it.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
did-
why no one was ready to do it.
If I'd done the action again, I could have moved it twice. I could have got nothing and then
Yeah.
got something.
Yeah.
I did strongly debate actually doing that.
The 3
Yeah.
times.
Just because, like, okay.
Because it would have got 7 followed by 7. That would have been
Exactly, which would
14
have been a lot.
Yeah.
on the
So-
astrology track. Yeah.
In a weird way, it can almost work out that people might put stuff here and go, oh, well, it's safe. No one's going to want to move that. Well, actually, if you build those up enough, maybe I will.
But yeah, that's why I couldn't get the leaves onto here.
Yeah.
I suppose there must be one on this action to get a leaf.
I don't think there's one here that allows you to move a leaf, because this is the leaf action.
Yeah.
So I think there would be one somewhere else.
It's not there. Oh, is it covered over by one of the yellow ones? No.
What thing were you looking for?
This one, but with a leaf instead of water or
No.
writing.
Don't think there is.
No.
Okay. Anyway, so we all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
Better than we possibly expected.
Yep.
Would play it again.
I didn't. I suppose I wasn't. I didn't really.
You
look
weren't
that
part of the
much
conversation
about
earlier
it.
this week, right? Okay.
Well, no, I saw a little bit about that,
Yeah.
but
I didn't really know much of the game at all.
Okay.
before we started
some
to.
people commenting on it, I took with a little bit of a
Yeah.
grain of salt.
Yeah.
I expected there would be some issues.
Yes, but we got round some of those issues. So let's talk about the issues now. What I want to do is I want to separate here the design of the game from the production of the game, because Danny Garcia, who is still with us in chat, hopefully, Danny is the designer of the game. Salt and Pepper Games are the publisher of the game, and a lot of people might not know this, but sometimes a designer is fully involved in everything to do with the production of the game, and sometimes they're not. Ultimately, some of the final decisions come down to the publisher. So we are going to say some negative things about the production of the game here, and I don't want this to take away from the fact that the game is good and we enjoy the game.
Yeah.
And the game is a good design. But you will have noticed we are using an external scoring track. And the reason we're using an external scoring track is if we didn't use that, you would literally start the game with all of these pieces here on the 0 and all of these pieces on the 0. And then I'd be like, right, okay. And this wouldn't exist. And I'm like, right, so I get 3 astrology knowledge. So I've now got to look through. I've got to find my pieces that has the astrology on it. Found it. And then I move it 3 spaces. Now, I'm getting specific here, but the shape of these pieces are done so that it looks like they should stand up and not lie down. If these pieces were going to lie down, they should have just been discs. But because they're shaped like this, it kind of means that you want to stand them up. The problem with that is, that's the so anyway.
That's the bit you need to see.
So there's 2 problems here. I've got 4 markers on the scoring track. Okay, we'll lie them down. But still, even when they're laid down, I'm now advancing my botany knowledge. I've got to look and go, which one's the botany knowledge? It's that one. Right, that is mental gymnastics and hurdles I don't want to have to do as a player.
And it adds time.
And it adds time, and it adds frustration and confusion, and people are going to be moving the wrong markers.
Yeah.
Now, in the second printing of this game, Salt and Pepper Games are doing different tokens for the players, and there is a sticker sheet that you can get on BGG right now from somebody who has done stickers, which makes that yellow, and it makes that blue, and it makes that red, and it makes that green. Okay, so if you're going to use these on the track, get the sticker sheet. The second printing of the game is going to have different tokens. They have sent me the images of what they look like. It's basically like the ones on the sticker sheet. So that's the first problem. The second problem is, even if we have the stickers or the second printing of the game, you're going to have this. And this is in a 3-player game. And it's going to be a mess.
Yeah. That makes it even harder to then search for what your thing is. Yeah.
And I have spoken to people who have played the game with this track and said it just doesn't work. And my feeling on it is anybody who would have played the game with that would have said this doesn't work, and it shouldn't have got past a play test or an initial test. That is by far the most reported problem with this game, and is by far the biggest problem with this game. And it is a problem that they, as I say, they're going to fix it by means of different tokens. To be honest, I would do that. Yeah. This is a plea from me as a gamer to Salt and Pepper Games and to Danny. Please do the score track.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It is absolutely 100% needed. So that's the first issue.
Plus, gamers love tracks.
And gamers love
Well,
tracks.
it was easy to see the places where you got
It's
the rewards as
much,
well.
much easier with the tracks. So thank you very much again to the person on BGG who has done that track. Now, I'm actually going to do a version of it myself. And I'm actually going to colour this track green. And I'm going to colour this track yellow. And I'm going to colour this one red. And I'm going to colour this one blue. So I'm going to go one step further with this. And I'm going to... I mean, they've got the coloured stripes, but I'm actually going to make them a bit clearer. Because in the game this afternoon, people forgot which track was which. I knew which track was which is why I was doing most of the movement on here for people. Yeah. But if the tracks were completely colour-coded, then it would be good. But yeah, the person who did this, really good job. Absolutely essential. Right, let's talk about the graphic design and the iconography. Mm-hmm. I think it's exceptionally good. I don't think there's any problems with the iconography whatsoever. Once you know what that icon means, and once you know what that icon means, and there's not that much, but once you know it, I've never had to look at a player aid in any game at all. So I've only played it twice, but in both of those games, as soon as I learned that that means to place a leaf in here, and that means move 6 up here, and that means translate a piece of text. Yeah. The iconography itself is extremely good, I felt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was there any iconography that you felt wasn't clear?
The only one I questioned at all is the one to do with 2 of something. Might have been nice to have just a little time.
A not equal to. Yeah. Oh, okay.
But that's it. And it's pretty minor. As soon as someone says, that's what that means, you go, oh yeah, okay, I can get on board with that. It's not instantly intuitive, but you can take it on board fairly quickly.
There's also this one where you have to be next to the group and you couldn't be on the group.
Yeah.
But,
but again, I think that's clear. I think the iconography is clear. The 2 parts where I felt the graphic design was not... Well, there's one main part where I felt the graphic design was not clear. And this is here. So, thankfully... we went through the learning curve this afternoon. But the rulebook says that when you are adding a water token, you add it to one of the 2 fountain spaces. So where's the fountains? Right, I'm expecting to see fountains. Yeah, I want my fountains. I don't know if you can see this on the board. And what I might do is I might just use this button, and we might just zoom in and we'll show you. Right. So yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but that is a black icon on a dark blue sea, and there's another one there. That's a little bit clearer, but these are the 2 spaces where water comes in. This needed to be clearer. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that is not clear. There needed to be a fountain or something to say this is where the water... And I know there is an icon saying this is where the water comes in, but it needed to be better than that.
Well, we had a clear test when we had to ask you. We could not see it.
Yeah, you couldn't see it. So, but as I say, not to distract away from the rest of the iconography, every single other icon in the game is really, really clear. It's just that was a bit disappointing. Artwork is very subjective. I like it. I think it's very much in theme with... I mean, I've not looked at the Voynich manuscript, but I'm going to assume that they've done it as to what it actually looks like.
It really gives off that sense of...
This is what is this?
This bizarre... tone we've got here. No, it's perfect for that.
I like the way the colour of the cards became more colourful as you upgraded.
Yeah, it's like you kind of learn more deep.
So one of the things that they've said to me that they're going to do for the second printing is they're going to put a mark on which is the starting section of each card. And I was like, oh, maybe I should do that. And then I looked at them and went, well, no, it's obvious. So they are going to put a mark. Maybe some people have reported that they found it difficult which one was the starting one. But yeah, having some kind of icon on or a circle around the number to say this is the starting one. But it's fairly easy. You look at the artwork and it's the one with the pencil outline. Now, rulebook. As many viewers of mine will know, I am the most fussiest person when it comes to rulebooks in the world. And this is actually pretty good. What we read when we were learning the game from the rulebook this afternoon was clear. So I've been through BGG and I've read a few questions that people have had, and in general, the questions that people have had, I'm like, well, I know that because it's answered in the rulebook. So this rulebook is actually better than most rulebooks that I've looked at in the last few months. It's not a big problem, and I wasn't sure what it was going to be like going into it because I'd heard a lot of the negativities about the game. I'd made an assumption that therefore the rulebook wasn't good as well. But we learned how to play from the rulebook this afternoon. Danny was helping us. Thank you very much, Danny, for helping us this afternoon. But I don't think there was a point where anything wasn't clear. I think it was all very clear. The only issue I had when I was learning it was it told me about progressing a card, but it didn't tell me where the icons were explained. What I wanted is the individual conditions to upgrade the cards are explained on page 35.
Okay.
That's what I wanted in there. So when we were learning the game, this was all about progressing a card with no explanation of what any of the icons mean. And Danny said it's in the back of the rule book, at which point I went, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
All it needed was a line here to say, this is all explained on page 35.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, I felt, so congratulations, good job to the people who did the rule book. I felt it was fairly clear. If there is something in the rulebook which isn't clear, I might have missed it, but you guys have not looked at the rulebook, so yeah. And I've not read the solo rules, so I don't know how the solo rules are. What else did I want to say? Anything else you two wanted to say about anything? The book.
Like it's a really nice thematic aspect.
Yes.
It's very fiddly having to go
This
rotate.
this
all
was
the stuff.
easy.
Yeah.
So yes, I know having the book is thematic, and the fact that you've got a book is nice. Personally, I don't like the plastic in the books, and yeah, I felt getting the card in and out for me was fiddly. If I play this again, which I want to play this again, I won't be using the book. I will do this. It takes up more space. This meant I had access to all the information I wanted straight away without having to do that. So
I wonder if it could have been, but I suppose maybe that would have detracted from the theme of it. I think back to books of time. That's sort of like that's more like a ring binder thing.
It's more of a
You'd-
ring
You'd have
binder.
to like double punch it on
yeah,
both sides. So I guess that would cause issues.
but yeah, some people have somebody on a Facebook group somewhere, I think, or Slack suggested this. So I thought I'll give it a go.
Yeah, I mean it's perfectly functional.
And
isn't
I've now
it?
played with the book and without the book. And yes, it takes up more space. So I didn't use the helper cards because I had all of the information.
Yeah.
Did you use your help cards? Were they useful?
Yeah, they were useful for helping me kind of. I had to obviously rotate them at the time that I upgraded it to remind myself what the next level was.
But how did they
like
help
you-
you when you've got all of that information in your book?
Because like I didn't have to flip to that page to go, oh, if I want to do that, I need to do that, because there's a bit of reacting like, those things are out there. So if I'm positioned there, that's an upgrade I could do with that. Okay,
Right.
now I'll have a look at that page. Is that
But if
something
you
I want
did
to do?
this, you wouldn't need the help cards.
True.
And that doesn't take up. This doesn't take up much more space than that.
That is a very good.
I mean, these cards are a
Yeah.
bit too big. They don't need to be this big, but you know, they're nice.
It would have nice if they'd also had the action you do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because when I was trying to work, I had to
Might
get my
not
star
fit.
in here. I had to get all my cards out and look through
Yeah.
them.
That wouldn't fit though, would it?
It wouldn't fit on
That's
the
the
side.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that, like I was saying there, I go, okay, that's the thing I do. I still then have to look at it and go, right, what does that actually do?
Yes,
Does
you have
that
to- yeah.
do something I want to do? Yeah.
And I think the reason why the cards are this size is for the book. Because if the cards
Yeah.
were normal card size, your book would be tiny. You wouldn't be able to hold it. So
I can't read this
it's
manuscript.
probably the book is a certain size, and therefore the cards are the
Yeah,
size to fit in the book.
yeah.
But yeah, I think if you're going to have the help cards to avoid people constantly flipping through the book, then and that's why I didn't want to use the help cards, because I've already got the cards. It seemed weird having another set of cards that had
Yeah.
most of the information on just to save me flipping through the book. Did either of you use a bookmark at any time?
No, I just put my hand in
You
there.
just put your hand
or
in.
just remembered.
Yeah. So Danny said to me this afternoon that his prototype did actually have a bookmark, and then the bookmark didn't make it into the final version of the game. But a few people have suggested using a bookmark,
Yeah.
and you can get those little plastic clip bookmarks that
Yeah.
just slot in over it, but
Or even a paperclip.
or a paper clip,
Yeah.
as long as it doesn't damage it.
Mm.
But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I'm just going to have a look at the chat. Thank you very much to everybody who's been joining us tonight and keeping us company. We have had a few people join us in the chat that are experienced with the game, and I have been looking across and seeing your comments, so thank you very much for that. Yeah, Michael has been here. He says the card steps 1 and 3 are beige, 2 and 4 are white. Seemed very good. Yep. Some of the scoring was unclear. Raymer says some of the scoring was unclear at the beginning. How did the multiples work, and what happens when you pass some of the yellow spots on the tracks? It was a bit unclear and difficult to find. Okay, yeah, I mean, the yellow spots on the tracks do nothing at all during the game. They are just purely end of game.
Yeah.
But yeah, we thought that bit was okay. Michael says it's a great game. He says, I don't know much about Salt and Pepper. Yeah, I don't know either. I think I've played... No, I haven't played. I think they did Resist, which I remember hearing about. I think that was Salt and Pepper games. So Michael said he backed the game based on Danny's past designs, and he's glad that he did. I hope they offer an upgrade pack for first edition owners if they do a reprint. Yes. Okay, so Raymer says, yeah, it was not mentioned in the part on moving on the score track. So that's, like I was saying, the section in the rulebook that talks about progressing cards didn't tell you where the things were. The section on moving up the tracks didn't mention these yellow bits. So naturally, you move up the track and you think, well, what does this bit do? And it's not in that part.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, what does it do? And it just needs a line to say, whenever you pass one of these yellow parts, that's going to increase your end of game scoring. See page 33 or whatever.
There is an art, isn't there, in rule books for
Rule books are hard.
Well, it's the thing of avoiding making something like 100 pages because you go, I have to re-explain. No, it's hard to pick those times where you do need to reference something or kind of put a quick note in. But yeah, that's.
Michael also says, following on from my conversation about lack of fountains, more fountains, please. Is the entry points here are not at. Yeah, I don't have much of a problem because it's faded, but it's on a light background, so I can easily see. Also, graphically, these are the end of the tips of the roots. So that's the point. The rule book says whenever you put a water drop into here, it goes onto the tips of the roots. Well, that's obvious. But here, when it says the fountains, when there are no fountains, that's where I got confused.
To be honest, if anything, stuff like that is worse.
Yeah.
That's the classic thing of having something going across two different colours. It's always hard to pick something that works.
Yeah.
But,
and I guess it's like you've got to visualise that this is a branch and this is not a branch. But yeah, I felt that.
It's not as bad.
Yeah. So various things in the chat. Danny says, I would also flip the red and the blue tracks because you always score for the next to the right. Yeah. So when I'm doing my own version, he's suggesting flip those two.
Yeah.
Is
green
that
scores
because
the yellow, the yellow
I
scores
didn't
the blue.
realise that.
Yeah.
Green scores the yellow, yellow scores the blue. Blue scores the red, and red scores the green. Thank you, Donny. Okay, so when I do my own version of this, I will swap those two tracks around. Yes. Yeah, cracking idea. Thank you very much for that. Anything else in the chat that we've missed? So Michael says he's played it at 4 players. He said it's very, very crowded. Oh, I think he means this.
Yes, that would be very crowded.
Okay. Barty's saying that he had one game where he wasn't able to clean water. Yeah, so I think that's just the nature of the game, is that you might get some cards which...
Oh yeah, in a similar way that I couldn't put stars
you
here.
can put stars here.
If you don't have the cards and the few sort of spots in other places get taken before you grab, or before it's useful to you to get them, then you probably can.
I couldn't put any leaves in botany. So apart from starting with one, I can't put any other leaves in botany. I can put water.
Oh, yeah, because you haven't got anything there at the moment, have you?
No.
Yeah, but you also didn't do the action very often.
No, I didn't, because I didn't have any leaves there. So I couldn't have moved it up. Anyway, we are all done. So just a few things before we finish. First of all, thank you very much to everybody who's been keeping us company and watching us live tonight. Big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters for funding the channel. If you missed what I said at the start of the video, this is not a sponsored video. Basically, today has been a day off work for me. I've been learning this game this morning, practice game this afternoon, and public playthrough this evening. So all of this is done free of charge to everybody, and there's no cost to watch any of these videos. And all of my advertising revenue goes to charity. So I don't make any money out of this video itself. We donate all of the advertising revenue to charity, and I'm only able to do that thanks to the support of the Patreon company. If you're wondering what the road to freedom is at the bottom of the page, this was something that I kind of just made up on a whim at my last live Q&A. And if we get to 1,400 Patreon supporters, I'm going to do a live stream of a game called Freedom in the Galaxy from 1979. It is the oldest game in my collection, which I have never played. I don't know when I got the game. I didn't buy it. Somebody must have gave it me like 30 years ago. And it's in the attic, and I want to play it. And if I get to 1,400 Patreon supporters, then I will. We are currently, as of this morning, 1,300 Patreon supporters. So we're only 100 away. But if you like the content that I create, you want to support me, you can do so for as little as $1 a month. Patreon.com/gaming rules. Thank you very much to Danny Garcia, the designer of the game, for being with us this afternoon, helping us with some of the rules, and for being here this evening. Thank you very much, Johnny. Best wishes to you and your family. Thank you very much to Salt and Pepper Games. I don't know if they're in the chat, but thank you very much for sending me. This was a review copy of the game. I requested this based on the designer's pedigree and the fact that people recommended it to me. So yeah, thank you very much to Salt and Pepper for sending me a copy of this game. And thank you for you two for joining me. And also, thank you to Rob and Fran, who are currently downstairs playing Galactic Cruise, but they helped me learn the game this afternoon. So we are all done. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next week with some more videos. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.